All right, guys, welcome to Voice of SINOE here with Esoteric. 1 2 1 2. Mic check here. Let me see. Let me do a sound check from my end here too. 1 2 1 2. Mic check here. Let me see. Great sound. It's wonderful. Feel excited to be here. Even though I'm slightly under the weather, but I still have an obligation to you to bring you developments within the U.S. and SINOE County. All right, guys. So welcome to you again. Welcome to Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora with Esoteric. Share the link for us, please, as you get on. Share the link. I actually appreciate you. All right, so let's see what we can do. A little commercial while we get going with the show. Let me see. You share the welcome on Voice of SINOE. Share the link as you get on. To talk to us. Let me see, what's my music? All right, guys, welcome on board. Share the link for us as you log on, as you join us, whatever you're joining us from. Share the link for us, please. And there we go.
Josh, we are. Wow, c'est 6 billion go. Wow, 25 million. Don't be provide money for Liberian people, yeah? We suffering too much, no food to eat. The country dirty, young get down for it. What you steal people money? We will talk it. Here goes how we talk it. We will talk it. Yeah, can't call how we talk it. We will talk it. Arrest the law, we're talking. We were talking. Prophet Key, we're talking.
Prophet Key, force of the forceless.
You're talking, papi. We were talking. No food to eat, we were talking. Make me crying, we were talking. You are reclaiming all, we were talking. Echo repreha, we were talking. That's a driver crying, we were talking. Gasoline pre up, you will talk it. Water, la $10, you will talk it. Black plastic bear, la $10. Blue plastic bear, la $20. One cup of red, la $50. Country get high, very high. Everywhere you go, they say la propo. Anything you cash, they say la propo. More people dying, more people suffering. No good hospital, Liberia dirty, government not get on. They not get on, government not get on. They not get on. Our 16 billion, what play go? Our 25 million, that what play go? For country giant, to country road. For country giant, to country road. Government and level down, government and fool us, government and level down, government and betray us, government and fool us. Country everybody complaining, pimping rider complaining, shoe shambo complaining, Namalaewlue complaining, schooling complaining, old people complaining, lazy people complaining, taxi driver complaining, keke rider complaining. The same people that vote for you, the same people suffering, the same people that vote for you, the same people crying, the same people that vote for you, the same people suffering, the same people that vote for you, the same people crying. Every day Amanda, every day I wait do, every day Amanda, every day I wait do. You're causing us in a city, why people suffering, why people dying. Government not get on, they not get on. Government not get on, they not get on. We will talking, here goes how we talking. We will talking, yeah, can't call how we talking. We will talk it. Direct along, we talk it. We will talk it. Prophet Key will talk it. Country no food to eat. Country government just sitting, paying the horses. What old people suffering? See, Agbekugbe government, carrying on the day. Agbekugbe government, suffering on the day. Agbekugbe government, carrying on slowly. Agbekugbe government. That's 3C government, carrying on. That's 3C government, suffering on. That's 3C government, carrying on slowly. That's 3C government. You are reclaiming. One thing I know, we want peace. You stop the steering. We need peace. Your story beauty. We want peace. Control the rate. We need peace. You clean the city. We want peace. CC government, they are all for fun. Government get la. Judge we are government. So low, so criminal. You don't know your function as a president. Where are the job? Where are the school? Where are the salary? No more pay. You say teach for hope. Now nothing for death. Hey go, my life your sorry oh. They make out to fall for nothing. Now no a function. You not even know 11 red. The CC government. We will talk it. Henry Kosa will talk it. We will talk it. Yeke Kolba will talk it. We will talk it. Direct along will talk it.
Zarzar will talk it.
We will talk it. Prophet Key will talk it. Hey, Joe, we are going. If she said, you take power, first 1 month, the country start crying on your knee. For pro to all row. Oh dear, go and say country giant. For country giant to country row. She won't join your government. Shout out to all my bravi that are talking for the poor people. Henry Kosa, Taro Delon, Yeke Kolba, Prophet Key,
first of the firstest.
There's a young boy, Teahjay, it will walk. I'm back with reality.
We will talk it.
Adenyao, Amuabimuo, Amuabire, Teahjay. Blinded dino, where is it? Whatever dino, Cafe, never dino. Killing Kida Kalika Moyaluo. They know you be a yellow. Adedelao, Sigere, Magano, Sigere, Magano, Sigere, Magano, Sigere, Magano.
Welcome to Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora with Zarzar. Pull the esoteric, understood by the chosen few. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you find yourself around the world. Following VOSD, we want to say thank you again for joining us. Another brand new edition of the show. And so, as you join, please do us a favor as you get on. We will highly appreciate you to share the link and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow us on YouTube as well, live right now. The show is also live on YouTube right now. And so follow us on our YouTube channel, please. We really appreciate that. Let me see. I wanted to show you something here, but apparently I don't have it. No, that's not one. That's not there. All right. So, wonderful welcome to you, all of you on Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora with Esoteric, the platform that covers SINOE County and the diaspora of the people in SINOE County all over the globe. All right, so today we have for our talking points, if you want today headlines, we're going to start with some usual stuff here. So I will start with my daughter. She celebrated her birthday, and so we're going to start with that. That's Prudence. Her name I rather call Namalaewlue. So Namalaewlue celebrated her birthday yesterday. She turned 5. And so I'm screaming happy for her. You know, she was a baby yesterday, and now she is now 5 years old. She is doing great. She loves school. Here's a birthday girl right here. Let me see what I can take that music down. And I will bring the birthday girl here. This is Prudence. Prudence celebrated her birthday yesterday. She turned 5. And so we want to start the show with happy birthday to Prudence. Prudence, Daddy wants to say happy birthday to you. Grandma says happy birthday to you. Your siblings, on behalf of your siblings, they also said happy new age to you. Voice of SINOE, the platform, says happy birthday to you. We wish you many happy returns, many more happy returns, and the best life has to offer yesterday. She took some pictures, over here she has the cake, yeah, mommy and her right here taking some pictures. They took some pictures yesterday. Daddy is not photogenic, and so I don't like taking picture. So but that's it. Prudence Freeman, she turned 5 yesterday, so want to use the platform again, baby, to say happy birthday to you. Wish you many more happy returns. I know when you were here, you are in school right now. If it wasn't for school, you would have been here with me on the platform to tell the people about the goodies you got yesterday for your birthday. But baby, love you, and we wish you happy 5th birthday celebration. All right, that's my daughter there. She celebrated her birthday. I can start the show with her first doing a shout out to her. The next person we want to do a shout out to is the president of the United Sapota Association Red River Valley, that is North Dakota. President Othello Kolo is celebrating his birthday today, so we want to also do a shout out to the Honorable President, Mr. President. He was here the other day in Pennsylvania for the burial of the National Vice President. Wonderful guy. He doing a great job running our chapter over there. Time for any contribution. Kolo is on top of team. I love the brother's energy. He has a positive vibe, positive energy. He's all about lifting up our people and helping our people. So he's a very decent guy. Kolo, I want to say thank you. We appreciate a wonderful job that you are doing in the chapter over there on behalf of the office of the president, President Francis Myers. We want to say happy birthday to you and many more years. More grease to your airborne. All right, that's the president of the Red River Valley chapter, President Kolo there, celebrating his birthday today. All right, that's certain basic stuff that I want to get out of the way. All right, now we got the birthdays out of the way. Let's see here. I want to do a quick announcement here, death announcement. Miss Nerie Hooks, a family member of the Sewers, dies in Arizona. Miss Nerie Hooks, a family member of the Sewers, dies in Arizona. All right, so I don't know the lady per se, but yesterday she passed away. I'm told. Yes, a wonderful lady. I think the president herself, the national president, knows her very well. She just passed away tragically. I think in the state of Arizona. I was told she was here for Chico's burial and stuff like that. This lady right here, she just passed away. So it's tough for our community right now. Back to back. People are just dying. So I don't know. It's just a terrible year. 2021 is a terrible year for our community. Back to back, people are just passing away. So we want to, on behalf of Voice of SINOE, we want to say our sympathy to the bereaved family. Also, as a secretary for the union, on behalf of the office of the president, and our condolences to the bereaved family. It's very tough and difficult. It's hard to, in these sort of tough times, to give you cliche, to placate you, or to mollify you. But is death is one of those things that we cannot. It remains a misery. Those that believe in God and say we can't ask why, but for me, I will ask why. I don't think it's an affront to ask why if you don't understand something. So again, another blow to our community. Another decent human being, kind of heart, based on the people that knew her. She's related to the Suarez family, Deacon Suarez, Reverend Suarez, and then the host was, Boto Jawi and those people, they are related to. She related to that family, and she also related to us, SINOE County. She's a lady. She's from SINOE County. She's a citizen of SINOE County. She is specifically from the Sarpo ethnic group, and she just passed away. And tragically, we are sad. Our sympathy to the bereaved family, and take heart. All right, that's something that we want to bring. I want to report to you. The tragic demise of Nerie Hooks. All right, let's see here. I think we got the basic the announcements out of the way. Let's see. Let me clear my dashboard here. I don't want to crowd the place up before I get confused. I think I did a shout out to President Kolo, my daughter. So let me get that out of the way. All right, so let's do this one too. This one is belated. When something is belated, it's late. But I think as the adage goes, late is better than never. Evangelist James Kolo donates to Teahjay Public School. And that's something I think he sent me the article when he came from Liberia, but apparently, nobody receive a lot of communication, so I tend to forget sometimes. But this story these are things that I like to see us doing, And so I want to talk about this article a little bit, and I will make one or two comments, remarks on something. It's admirable. I love what Evangelist James Kolo did. Yes, a news article right here when he went to Liberia and made a donation, and that's the article there. Let me share this with you quickly. The content why he donated to our people to the school in SINOE County, so you can know. By the way, if you don't know, Evangelist James Kolo is the man right here. He's the prayer warrior for the Green Coat Judeo Association in Minnesota. All right. Again, somebody will say, "Oh, but why are you talking about Mr. James Kolo?" James Kolo is part of the community. We just don't agree on certain things, but I don't see anybody my enemy. If you're doing good thing, I must recognize you. All right, so that's what Evangelist James Kolo did. Is that's what I want to see us doing. To put our little resources together to help our people in Liberia. All right, so yes, the article again is belated, but it's still the information is still worth putting out. All right, so it says here Teahjay Public School receives donation. All right, and let me see. Let me get to the beginning part of it here. It says, I think I'm gonna leave the article. I'm gonna let me put the honorable man picture here. He was for the Delaware Valley chapter. He used to be our prayer warrior here, and for the national administration, he was also one of the legitimate administration as well. He was the prayer warrior. So, if James Kolo, the city article reads, our Teahjay Public School, Wakaba Statutory District number 3, SINOE County, has benefited from a donation made by Evangelist James S. Kolo. Evangelist Kolo traveled from Spokane, Washington, USA, to attend the funeral service of his late father, Councilor Sampson Edward Kolo. The body of Edward Kolo was brought from the United States to Liberia for interment in April 2001 or 2021. Okay, while in Teahjay, Evangelist James Kolo visited the Teahjay Public School and made delivery of items he brought from the United States. He donated footwear and clothes for the teachers and students. Also, he made, let me see here. I want to bring the article back here. Also, he made available a set of textbooks English, mathematics, reading, history, and science for each class in the school. Also, textbooks for the kindergarten section and copybooks were presented. All textbooks were purchased in Liberia and are prescribed by the Ministry of Education. Moreover, the amount of 300 US dollar was presented to the voluntary teachers as a way of encouraging them for their services. Evangelist Jane Carlo, the article goes, during a meeting with parents and teachers in the community, it was disclosed that the school is 100% run by voluntary teachers who are not getting paid by the government of Liberia, GOL. Most of the school graduates, most of the teachers who are volunteering their services are high school graduates. None of them has the requisite qualification to teach, all right? According to the standard set by the Ministry of Education, one must have a C certificate in order to teach elementary and junior high schools. Sadly, the lack of qualified teachers is not only affecting schools in Teahjay, but also schools across the country. Therefore, Evangelist James Kolo cautioned all persons in the teaching field to take advantage, all right, to take advantage of teaching programs run by government in the southeastern part of Liberia. In response, the youth and women in the community thanked Evangelist James Kolo for the donation and visit, saying that the donation will forever be remembered. The development superintendent of Wakaba Statutory District, Edward Norman, lauded the man of God and expressed his gratitude for the items he delivered to them. He thanked Evangelist Kolo on behalf of the government of Liberia. Evangelist James Kolo promised to come to the community yearly and vowed to increase the size of his donation with the help of God. Teahjay Public School was built in 2007 by Special Emergency Life Food, and they did. That's a Special Emergency Life Food, and has the total enrollment of 180 registered students at the moment. The school serves two communities, City Town and Teahjay community. All right, so that's the article. Brennan does a good job there by Evangelist James Kolo. And again, it's belated, but it's still worth reporting. And the reason is worth reporting, again, these are things that I want us to do for our people. You know, instead of being fixated on fighting and fighting and fighting, you know. But so, on behalf of the voice of SINOE, the people, the voice that represents SINOE County, we want to say congratulations to Evangelist James Carter for such a beautiful work. Donating to the school in Teahjay for our children to have copybooks and textbooks and those things. I mean, he donated some feet wear and those things to the people. That's great, wonderful. We want to say thank you so much, Evangelist. But now, here's my thing. Here is the issue that I have with Evangelist James Kolo. Evangelist Kolo went to Liberia. He did a wonderful job. He looked at the plight. He saw the plight of our people. And he decided to intervene. But when he came back to Liberia, instead of exerting pressure on us, moral pressure, to say, you know what, I went on the ground in Liberia. The condition of our people is terrible. We have to amalgamate our resources to help our people because the situation is urgent. It's an emergency. And so let us do something about the plight of the people. Unfortunately, Evangelist James Kolo came to the U.S. when he returned, he decided to join Green Coach Rio to divide the United Sarpo Association, an organization that's supposed to cater to the needs of our people in Liberia. These are the people that have been backing Green Coach Rio for almost 2-3 years. And our people are not getting help. And there is a newspaper sent to me by Evangelist James Carter. And in the newspaper, they're saying the teachers that are teaching our children, they are not qualified. They don't have the requisite education, the skills, the training to teach. But they are teaching our children. And that is not bothering Evangelist James Carter. And so they will go on a teleconference and just argue all day and bicker and fight and fight and fight. Meanwhile, he knows what our people are going through. He posted at school yesterday. The school is dilapidated. Imagine the money that Green and his buddies, they are going to Liberia to spend, to dance. Imagine we would have spent that money on our school. Our children will have decent area to sit, to learn. Just the same way when we go to school here, we'll have decent environment to sit. But Evangelist James Carter came from there. I mean, he wrote a comment on the other day. He said, at least the children sitting down on a concrete. Our children, it shouldn't be at least. Our children, it should be a must. Let us do the best for our children, not least. We should not put them in a least position. That's why Evangelist Carter said, oh, at least they're sitting on I mean, that condition that school is in is not a school. In America, it will be an emergency. It will be hazard. You know, the government will consider that school to be closed. But hey, in Liberia, we can put our children on such edifice. And then the same people here in America, they make news in Liberia. But here, for us, because for me, it's not about news. It's about doing something practical, taking deliberate action to alter, to change the condition of our people. And not about getting newspaper and article and then people, they're talking about you. We should do more than that. And how can we do more? Is by working together, making sure the organization that we have here, the resources are used for the intended purpose. The newspaper that Mr. Carlos sent to me says that the teachers are unqualified to teach our children. What that means is our children are getting inferior education. Because if somebody is unqualified to teach, and then the person is teaching, the recipient of that education will be getting inferior education or getting wrong information because the person that is teaching does not have the required skill, the certificate, the document to teach. And so Evangelist Jane Carter came from Liberia, and they are beyond Green and fighting, and they are supporting. Instead of Mr. Carter saying, you know what, Mr. Dio, instead of sending $28,000 to Liberia to build nurses' quarter or to build guest house, let us refurbish some of the schools over there. $28,000 can do a lot of renovation of the school. They can improve a lot of the school. Or $28,000 can give a lot of school supplies to our children, books and stuff of that nature. But no, Evangelist Jane Carter, I think he's a board member now for Green Coach Rio. The best they could do is to take $28,000, including $90,000, take it from our account, keep it somewhere while our children are getting inferior education. Mr. Carlo gave $300 over there to help the teacher. Okay. If I had not confiscated our money, $90,000, I mean, maybe we could send some teacher to get some training. All right. Or we can get some teachers that are qualified to put in some sort of payroll. We can do that. But the guys are saying, you know what? No, we are going to keep the money, let the children get inferior education. When we go there, we get small thing here, then we'll get in the newspaper. That's why important. And so I want Mr. James Carlo to do the right thing. Moving forward, let it guide exert pressure on Green Coach Rio. The same way Green Coach Rio calls himself sophisticated, we want our children to be sophisticated as well. So they can be getting inferior education because the teachers are not qualified, according to the newspaper that Evangelist James Carlos sent to me. It's disturbing. Let us give more qualified teacher. If the $300 that Evangelist gave as an organization, if we put together, we can give more than that. We can get more qualified people over there to teach our children. All right, so that's the thing about Evangelist James Carlo. Again, I thank him for intervention made over there when he went to Liberia. It's a good thing. But he cannot come and do the antithesis. Instead of doing that which will accelerate the academic growth of our children over there, he is here joining Green, and then they are fighting and they are on Facebook and dancing and attacking people and stuff of that nature. So hopefully they will continue to listen to the voice of reason. That's how you put the esoteric. I am not against anybody in the union. I'm for the right thing. And let us do the right thing so that our people condition will change. And that's what the campaign I'm on here. I don't hate anybody. I don't take anybody as an enemy. But for sure, when you do it wrong, I will come after you. If I do it wrong, come after me. Let us correct each other. And let us not go to voodoo priests then to harm each other. No, let them argue the issues. Let us debate, make your argument. If your argument is stronger than mine, I will succumb to you. If I make more sense than you are, if I have more evidence on my side, well, do the moral thing and come on my side, And that's that's why the country is great. The great United States. Those guys don't agree, but they can get at the point of compromise. The reason with each other. It's not about, I will take my side. Since I support Green, I will stay on that side, even if the other person is making sense. Or if the other person has evidence on his side. Because Green is my family member and he did that, so I will support him. No, we don't run a growing society, a vibrant society like that. Let's do it such a way that the community will grow. We shouldn't argue to the point where we'll harm our people, to the point where you will confiscate our account. All the money, you will wipe the account. And then now we are in court and fighting. And then our children over there, Evangelist James Carlos sent a news article to me, and they said the teachers are not qualified, but they are teaching our children. Think about that. Think about it. And Evangelist James Carlos went to college here. Those teachers that taught him the theology he knows today, they are not people that are unqualified. They are qualified professors that taught him. And so when he comes to Liberia and the newspaper reporting, the people are telling him the teachers don't have teacher training, even the certificate, they don't have it. They didn't go to pedagogical training to get the required education to train our children properly so they can be competitive, so they can be productive citizens in the country. But no, evangelist came and said, you know what? I will evangelize on supporting corruption. I will support corruption. I will support Green. The Constitution, it has problem. Even though the establishment wrote it, their own man wrote it, but that Constitution has problem. Okay, go after Servicing for giving you a 40 document. And while you are going after him, let us implement what Servicing put in the paper first. Let's follow what is in the document. Then we will go to the next convention according to Servicing. When we want to change something in the document, let's go to the convention, all of us. That's what they call the General Assembly. And then we'll go there and look at the flaws that Servicing put in the document. We can make a correction. And not to say, you know what, the Constitution has problem, and so I will declare my own convention, even though the Constitution is clear as to who or what, or who does what when it comes to declaring convention, where convention should go. It didn't say the president should declare convention. No. It says the General Assembly should decide that. But Evangelist James Carlo, I don't know, the God that they pray to is not telling any writing that, you can't come from Liberia and you're telling us you gave donation to the people, the copybooks, and you can't tell people, I want us to reinforce that effort. I'm here to kneel down to you guys. I'm begging you guys, let us do something. Our people are living like people in the Paleolithic area, in the old Stone Age era. And let us work together to change that. But rather, Evangelist James Carlo will say, you know what? Green, you are right. Seize the money. Keep it. Keep it. Keep that, get that money back. We'll go to court and we'll go on Facebook and write and dance. And meanwhile, our people are the victims. And then when we finish dancing, we'll go in our air-conditioned buildings. And at winter time, now we put our heat on. We drive our fancy cars. I mean, we can sit down on our beautiful sofas and stuff. And the people back home, they are meandering in the wilderness of poverty. And we are fighting. And that doesn't bother these guys. It's okay. They want to dance. What are you dancing for? When your people are suffering back home, what is the dancing about? You know, so that's a paradox of the supporters of Green. You know, they will do A, then they do the other one. You know, like, I don't know what's up with these guys. Now, let's go to something else. So, just something I want to share with you to see what the guys are doing. Turn to Evangelical. Let us think about building teacher housing or quarters also. All right, that's the group, the viewer Tape. Good afternoon from my end. How you doing, Jiro? Julia Jackson. This is the mobile money number. For who now? The counter is playing. We need help from you guys. Okay, all right. Oh, that's what he's talking about. Okay. The counter. Okay, so hopefully the people will think about it. They don't even think about children in school whether they'll support counter team. All right. Let's see. Let me go to something else that I want to talk about. All right. This one is a breaking news. So we're going to give you a little breaking news here on Voice of SINOE. All right, guys, welcome to Voice of SINOE, the breaking news that we are getting right now. USAA's 90,000 to go into IOTA. Okay, USA's 90,000 to go into IOTA. Okay, and that's the breaking news we are getting right now. Again, we are in court. The Green Code video a group, they rather us in court instead of taking care of our children back home that have been taught or that have been taught by unqualified teachers. You know, according to the article that Mr. James Kolo just sent to me. You know, so we are still in the fight. So USAA or USA's $90,000 to go into IOTA. All right, so IOTA, by the way, is an acronym for interest on loyal trust account. Interest on lawyer's trust account. So that's what IOTA means, okay? So our money will be going in an account that will be in charge of the lawyers. IOTA, interest on lawyer's trust account. All right. So our lawyers, again, I told you the other time, the issue is in court. All of you should know by now. And so the first day of court, when the Green's lawyer and our lawyer, when they met, the discussion was, where should we put the money? I mean, some of the accounts, when you put the money, that they got different, the escrow account they wanted to do before, it has some fees that you have to pay, you know. And so they went back and forth. Eventually, yesterday, they went back to court. Either yesterday or Monday, they went to court and we decided that the lawyers will be in charge. The lawyers will be in charge of the money. So the money, the $90,000, will be put in what we call IOTA account, interest on lawyer trust account. That's where they will put that money, and they will report to us. So now, here's the communication from the court that we got here. Here's the portion. I don't want to show my sources and my source information, so I have to call it. So over here, they say our lawyer sent this, right? We will have the parties out, okay? We will have the parties out. The money into one of our IOLTA or trust accounts, and that law firm will give a monthly statement of the funds to reassure both parties that it is still there. It will be a non-interest bearing account. Okay, so we will not accrue interest. All right. So let me read that again. We will have the parties. Okay, that the lawyer's talking now. We will have the parties. When you say the parties, that the parties, Green Code Geo Group and the United Sarpo Association, right? So they say they will have the party to out, meaning that they will put the money in the IOLTA account. So Green will send the $90,000, and Green is also protesting and say, oh, the account, when I took over, it was around 200,000, and I took the money, and the little one that remained, the $2,000. Let the people, the new administration or the National Association of the Sarpo Association, they should also bring the $2,000 are left in the account. All right. Now, what they say, we will have the parties out the money into one of our IOLTA account or trust accounts, and that law firm. Okay, so the law firm will give a monthly statement of the funds to reassure both parties that it is still there. It will be a non-interest bearing account. Okay, so the people will give a monthly bank statement that, oh, no, your money is safe, nothing happened to your money, everything is in tight. It's a it's a non-interest bearing account. So we are not going to pay any interest on it. Nothing is free. The lawyers are keeping it for us until the right person who owns the money is announced by the court. Okay, so now the real battle is about to start. Once the money is out into the account, once Green sends the money, I don't know whether it's there now or today you will do it. I don't know specifically, but they said we will have the parties. I'll read that again. We will have the party. When they say have, it's mandatory. You have to do certain things. It's not something that they are suggesting to do. We will have you to do this. So they said they will compel Green to put the $90,000 into the lawyer's account because there is a dispute over the money. And so when it's a dispute over an asset or property, one of the parties cannot hold that asset. So it has to be in the possession of a neutral person until the adjudication or the judgment goes on. And so the people say, we will force, we will compel Green Code Geo to put the money in the lawyer's account. You got to put the money there. We will compel you. For us, we don't have to, it's not to the United Sarpo Association, it's not something that we have. I mean, the $2,000, we took it from them because Green was taking the money with reckless abandon. He would just go there with nobody authorizing him. He would take the money. So the new administration came in and said, how do we save the people money? Let's change the account because this person is stealing 24/7 and taking the money. So we have to change the location of the money. And so that's how the money. So the bank said, oh, Green protester and say, oh, the people also have $2,000. Before I put the $90,000 in the account, then they bring that $2,000 are left in the account. Okay, no big deal. We have no issues. No issue. We are bringing the money. I think as a matter of fact, I was told that the people, they send the money already. The United Sarpo Association, they send the money in the trust account already, the lawyers. So we don't know whether Green has sent the money, But the court said we will force you, whether you like it or not. We are not in Teahjay. We are not in Kabate. We are not in Bobati. We will have to go by the law of the land. We will compel you to put that money in the account. Because the people are suffering and you are keeping the money. And you are building palava huts and nurses' quarters and guest houses. And not the people quarters. And not the people houses. The people houses are leaking and you are building houses for guests. So when you come for America, so you can sleep in good places while the people are sleeping on dilapidated structures. That's what you want to do. And so the lawyer said we will have the man to put the money in the account. We will force it, in other words. That's what they're saying. And so the dancing they are on over there is for nothing dancing. Okay? The people don't love their people. They pretend to love their people. That's what they do there. How I said that your people are suffering and you are holding the resources that are supposed to change the lives of the people and you are dancing about it. You are dancing. That's a good thing. We are not even going into the case yet. Now that the court will force Green, they will have Green to put that money in the account. That's when we'll see again how the water gets inside the coconut. You will know. Now it coming gets serious. All that dancing, they all over there, the people don't even judge the case there, and they say, oh, we. What kind of people are these? I'll let you know what the people, they are callous people. They don't care for their own people. They don't care. They don't care. When I went to Liberia last year, what I saw over there, and I seen thing, Evangelical one day, even he went all the way to Teahjay and saw the stone age living condition of our people. And he came here and supporting Green to hold our money. And it tells me that I don't care for their own people. They don't care. They're just here to bluff and dance. That's all. That is all they are here for. And some of us will not be quiet until the right thing is done. The people are calling me, oh, leave Green alone, and da. And the people will kill you. Hey, I will not turn to him a rock, but I will make sure we do the right thing. When you want to go to your zodiacs and your voodoo priests and all those things, you go there. I will not keep quiet. I'm not cussing anybody. I'm just telling the hard truth, the uncomfortable truth. I will tell you guys. Our community been like this. Our people are live in the 21st century, and people are still cooking with what you call firewood. And somebody will say, oh, yeah, don't talk about the people then are holding the people back. No, I will talk. I will talk. How people, you telling me people, the teachers are unqualified to teach our children, but you can't do America and supporting the man who holding our money. That is okay. You serious? All right, so guys, that's your case. Your case is we are making progress. Now, the next phase will be the presentation of the evidence. We'll go into the details of the matter now. All right? And you will see all that dancing over there will tend to something different. That dancing, that psychological, elementary psychological games they've been playing lately and just dancing. I mean, how could you dance when your brothers and sisters are being injected with plasmodium, that the thing that can produce malaria in people? That what a mosquito carries, the mosquito carries that, and they will put it in your body and it turns to malaria. The malaria, those insects are pumping out with people with those things. But we are here dancing. The people, Green in Minnesota, they're dancing. The people are not, they are not remorseful. The both men call, there's a word they call empathy. Empathy is where you put yourself in another man's shoe. These people cannot even put themselves in the other people's shoes. No, they can't do it. It's about dancing and making confusion and throw hints and those things. Those Episcopalian, those fundamental and foundational childish stuff. Now what they do? Let's elevate our touch for once. Let's do that. We can grow psychologically in this country. I don't know where we're going for us to grow intellectually, for us to think sophisticatedly, for our minds to grow. We're still thinking of people in the jungle. I mean, come on, people. It's not thermodynamics. It's not, let's say, physics. It's not epistemology. It's not ontology. I mean, it's just basic thinking. It is not okay for your people to be suffering and you are dancing. And you are on Facebook and dancing, and you say you win case. When the people are not even going into the detail of the case yet. No. It's sad. But anyway, our people, let me assure you, the members of the union, now that the court has forced Green to take the money from his possession, I want to assure you, anytime you go to sleep, do not worry about Green winning any case. Every piece of evidence that we have looked at, that the lawyers have looked at, that each Green Somalian lawyer has looked at, the lawyer just have to do that so that you can get a little thing in your pocket. But the guy knows that Green cannot win the case. Even Wesley, the Wesley law firm that you hired before. Why you think the man left? The man said it will not be just for me to just eat the people money, and he will not win the election, or he will not win the lawsuit. All right, and so the Somali guy is a hustler, so he will eat the money from Green. That's all. So that's why he just doing all of that. But it is beyond what the boat man call beyond all reasonable doubt. Beyond, it's a paraventure. Beyond all reasonable doubt, there is no way, given the available evidence, that Gringo Gio will win the case. No way. You can bring the best lawyer or lawyers in the United States, in the United Kingdom, in Canada, in all the advanced countries, and put them together. Green cannot win this case. All that we needed was for that thing to just move from the money to move from his account. All right. To leave Madam Joyce, not Joyce anymore, Madam Ross, Kamala Ross's account to go in the possession of the lawyers. And so now the account, the money is now in what we call IOLTA account. Interest on lawyers trust account. Now what that word mean? IOLTA. All right. So the money now is in the lawyer's trust account. Okay. And so now St. Green wants to fight. We will fight to get the resources of the people so that it can be used for the internal purpose. It cannot be held hostage. It cannot be held by the economic terrorists. And our people are suffering in Liberia. We're going to make sure that the money is spent where the money belongs. And the money belongs to the United Sarpo Association. And not a breakaway Green Code Jury Association in Minnesota. No, it's not. They got enough of the money, and the little $90,000, it was almost $200,000 in their account when Green took over. And we only have $90,000 left. And the guy still, he said, no, I will eat the money. I will fight. Even the last $2,000 left in that account, we will also fight over it. I mean, how greedy could you be? You be so greedy and harmful to your people that way? Francis said, okay, since the guy left $2,000 in the account, let me use the $2,000 so maybe I can get some student scholarship over there. Or better yet, maybe we can buy some medication and put in the clinic in Pine Town that Green and grew the show the other day, nothing inside. The man said, no, we'll fight over that $2,000. You will not use it to help our people. You have to bring it to and put it in the court account so that we can fight over it. Said, this is the guy. He does not care for you. He does not care for you. It's all about him. This guy does not care about you. It's about Green and the few elements that follow him. Look at the projects they are undertaking. Think about it. Everything in SINOE is mess. But the guy said, the best way to improve the condition of the people, we will build nurses quarter, or quarter where nurses who can afford to do stuff for themselves, that will build stuff for them. We'll build place for doctors that can afford to get shelter for themselves. We'll build house for guests, strangers, and not for the people. So the man priorities everything just mess up. He's just messing everything. It sucks. It sucks. And somebody says, oh, you're a leader man. No, I'm not cussing. I'm not maligning the man. Record. I'm telling you what he's doing is harmful to our people. It's bad. It's bad. It's horrible. He is not the one feeling it. It's the people, the innocent people back home. The children are walking barefoot over there. Our children are suffering. Green guy in your way, offensive course here. He give me the other day bluffing. That's why he wants. All right, let's go to something else, guys. That's your court case there. So we'll be updating you as time goes by. All right, let go. My brother the other day, yesterday, as a matter of fact, one of the tallest supporter. When somebody is tallest, they are without proper thinking. They are not thinking properly. When you are taught less, your thinking is not in the right direction. Your thinking is harmful to the people. So this young man who believes in a philosophy of what I call Kamotaism. It's a Kamotan philosophy. Everything is about Kamotan. That's what they think about. So once you harm the other people, the rest of the people in SINOE County, and you do something in Kamotan, they will support you. It's the Kamotanian philosophy. It's Kamotaism. Once you're from Kamotan, let somebody build Palava hut, not even school. Let it build chicken hut or tent for goats, and you harm the rest of the people in the county. Those guys will unrighteously support you, blindly support you. And so, you see, the Western education here does not make people wise. It's just the zeitgeist, the spirit of the time. You have to get this document so that the society will pay attention to you. But having a paper, getting a Western education on the thing when you go in the classroom and sit down and learn from the teacher, getting a paper from the school does not make you wise. Wisdom is different from that thing some people learn in school. This young man called Hugh Bladee, he is in Rwanda right now, okay? And I had this brother on my platform the other time to tell me to make the case why he wants Teahjay to be re-elected. And the man could not tell me anything. All he did, he just making, oh, you know what? Teahjay get the portfolio, the man the gladiator, the man the giant. My man, give me something compelling, something practical. The man can't tell me anything. The brother I brought this young man, Sam Walker, the other day on my platform. For Sam came here and exposed the iniquities, the evil of Milton Teahjay. Sam came here and exposed Milton Teahjay. This guy left his study. He left a so-called development study he doing in Rwanda. All right? They started him going to school. He left it for 1 hour plus. He came yesterday just cussing and showing arrogance, exuding arrogance, and how much he knows. You know? And I was like, you think you know, but you know nothing. This is the brother I asked him when he came on the platform the other time. I said, huge. The phone I started with basic question. I said, you are in Rwanda right now. Have you seen any lawmaker or any public official that was declared guilty for corruption and still in parliament? He said, in this country, no way the law can allow you to have such a thing here to happen. No way. No way that thing will not happen. It can't happen. The people lawyer is strong. I said, very good. But Hugh Bladee, the same man who was pressing Rwanda for effectively applying the law, the same man is here and supporting a corrupt man in Liberia. That's how bad, terrible some of our brothers are thinking. They're thinking over there. The man is in Rwanda. He said Paul Kagame is not joking with corruption here. Anybody who tries it, when you even you touch somebody's property, tribalism, even they can't even allow it. It's outlaw in Rwanda. But this man is in Rwanda and preaching tribalism, sectionalism, and corruption in Liberia. He was talking yesterday and yelling out like, wow. That's how you put it. You got a lot of things to do in SINOE County. You got educated, uneducated people. Or uneducated, educated people. Hugh Bladee said he's educated formally, but he knows nothing. He lacks moral principle. No, why do I say this? This man is supporting Milton Teahjay and Kolo. Those guys are the least in any normal society that will hold position. Kolo and Teahjay will be the least in any normal society. I say normal. Liberia is not normal. For this man to want to be the representative of the people, and he is a hardcore Kamotanian. He believes in that Kamotan philosophy. Everything is Kamotan. So when it calls Kolo to burn somebody out just so he can be represented, he will do it. And no remorse. Up to now, the man stay out and taking responsibility for bursting that young man are in that place. And that's the man, the Hugh Bladee man coming here and telling me, oh, I'm from Campbelltown, and so anybody from Campbelltown, I will support that person. I said, you serious? Because that man from Campbelltown, so he should be represented? You didn't see why he did? Kolo, this brother refused to tell yesterday what Kolo did to his fellow citizen in SINOE. So I don't want to tell you guys. I will repeat the guy's record. They are not good. They want to lie to our people. I will give you Kolo record a little bit. Then I will go to a bossman Teahjay what they did to our people. And this is the same man this guy is supporting. Hugh Bladee. Let's look at the legacy of Kolo in SINOE. Don't take it from me. This is 2017 when Honorable Zarzar won the election. Okay? Kolo and his supporters, they literally took stones, they took sticks, any object that they could get to harm those people. And they did that. One person died in the process. Because that's what they call stampede. Stampede will happen when you get a group of people and you terrorize or something happen, everybody will start running at the same time. And so because what Kolo and group did, that young man, the other young man was on a motorbike and man got in the ditch and he died on the scene. That is not enough. The guys, Kolo and his supporter, they went and got the attack Mark Nome. And they run out that young man out of eyeless. The man is blind. He was blind when he died. So this is the video. This is what, for me, I'm not just talking and talking. I am showing you the record of what the guys did. So let's watch the video so you can see what Kolo did for the same man that Hugh Bladee running campaign for. You see the group that dancing, right? Those are the supporters. These people, they are all Zarzar supporters. If you look at on the person that you see, Honorable Matthew G. Zarzar, right? You see, these are Zarzar supporters. They were not throwing any stone, they were not harming anybody. All they were doing is celebrating their victory. All right? See what will happen in the next second. Watch Kolo supporters. You see, the people are turning around, right? Because Kolo supporters are coming now. They are attacking. So the people are direction changing and they're going back from where they came from.
Why the Zarzar group is celebrating? The Kolo group started throwing stones. And as you can see over there, fight is breaking up.
So you listening to the cameraman, right? While the Zarzar group of people are celebrating, Kolo people took stones and start to stone people. All right?
There's a fighting going on now. As you can see, people are throwing stones and they are fighting. Hey! Hey! Yeah.
Okay, guys, there you have it. That's the record of Kolo. After that fight, this is the result. They burst the young man eye, Mark Nome. That's what they did. They burst the young man eye, and because of the frustration, the young man had children, got people living with him. He had one eye. And so, you know what? He got frustrated and they killed him. All right? And the same Kolo man is the man that this brother is supporting. This Hugh Bladee guy. This guy. He said Hugh Bladee, he said Kolo should be the representative for the people of SINOE County, giving the record of this man. And the only reason he's supporting Kolo, he said Kolo from Camotown, and he is also from Camotown. I'm from Camotown, Kolo from Camotown, and I will do everything for that Camotown man to be right. I mean, the same philosophy, what you call the people, they call it Zarzar retarded movement. This guy is also a sympathizer of that group. The Zarzar retarded movement. They are all the same people. They want to marginalize, harm people in the country. That's what they for. You know, so that man, they were on Facebook yesterday and defending Kolo. Yes, Kolo build school or whatever. Nobody taking that from Kolo. But bursting people out is terrible. Throwing stone because somebody won election is horrible. And so you can't have somebody who is bursting people out. Will call you now the eye burster in SINOE County. Now they can call Reverend Kolo now. The eyes busting Reverend. The man that can bust people eye when you win election. That man right here. He two eyes correct. But he said, you know what? If I don't win election, we'll bust your eye. Now what they do? Him and his supporters. He said, anybody, the only time somebody eye will not be burst in SINOE County when I win election. But once I don't win, we'll bust somebody eye. We'll make sure somebody dies. That's what it means. See, your eyes correct, right? It means stretching your eye to you. But you will bust somebody's eyes. And that doesn't bother Hugh Bladee. And Hugh Bladee said that the man I want, that the man should be represented. Where in the world you will see somebody harming other citizens? Where? He hasn't taken responsibility. Even if he took responsibility, the man is a bad leader. Their guy went to school in the United States. The only anomaly in the political history of the United States is Trump. Trump is the only one that when Joe Biden won the election, he did not call to congratulate. But the rest of the people, they will call and say congratulations. Kolo been here, he saw how the people do politics here. He sat, him and his supporter, Kolo himself were taking stone and helping his supporter to stone people. And that's the man, Hugh Bladee said, you know what? And the man should be my representative. Where? In SINOE? When Kolo becomes representative of Hugh Bladee, they are not that's how you put it. Me, the man burst the eye of the majority in that district. And you expect the people to vote for the man who burst their son eye. And that makes sense to you. And you say you own that Camotown thing whole day. He's supporting Teahjay because he built Palava Hall in Camotown. All right, that the issue of Kolo for a little bit. Kolo power, he done already. His second defeat is coming. Because the people of SINOE County will not look at somebody who is the man's a murderer. Because somebody died because of what he did. And he burst somebody's eye and that person died. So who is he? He's a murderer. But the likes of Hugh Bladee, they like murderers. Hugh Bladee loves murderers. Hold on, let me see something, guys. Let me show you something. Let me show you something here. I'll be right back. Let me show you something quickly. I will be right back. Just give me a second. I'll be right there. I will be right there with you. Stay with me. I'll be right. I'm coming right there. The people that, so you can know the record of the people that you believe supporting. So you can know the record of the people he's supporting. I'm back. Let me share this with you. Okay? Let me share this with you. That Kolo record I just showed you, right? Let me show the other boss man of Hugh Bladee, his record to you. Just a little bit of his record. Little bit. Not all of you. Not all of it. Just a little bit. Just don't go anywhere. I share the video with you.
Let two men join me. Let two men join me. Two men join me. Who get arm? Push over there. I tell you, man. Who get arm? I get join me. What happened now? Okay, Papa, man. There you go.
I want to make them sure.
You.
This is the record, by the way, of the other guy they call Milton Teahjay that Hugh Bladee is supporting. Hugh Bladee was boss man, Milton Teahjay. He was a spokesman for child seller. They don't want to give our children guns, drugs. These young people that are about to do what they're about to do right now, it is Milton Teahjay that will get on BBC and say, oh, today we killed 200 of this one. Now, Milton Teahjay was a spokesperson for child seller. That's his record. Let's watch this.
So you're going to hold your ceasefire?
I'm not getting you, please.
We are holding the ceasefire.
What am I saying?
This is what the guys did to our country. That Teahjay, the Hugh Bladee bossman record here, him and child seller. Sorry for the language, it's strong. These people damage the country, and that's the same people that Hugh Bladee is supporting. Something must be wrong with you psychologically to see how the man turned the country into a garbage just for power, and he's still supporting Teahjay.
Move it! Prove your talent! Baby, our what's up? Prove your talent! Come on!
This is the record of Milton Teahjay. That's a man that Hugh Bladee is supporting. Just watch for yourself.
I see it. Oh, wait down. I see it. No, get it.
It's a record of Milton Teahjay. This is it. That's why the guys did to Liberia. But that's the same people that the likes of Hugh Bladee are supporting. Oh, yes. They should harm their own people. That's good. Yes, Hugh Bladee will come on Facebook and open his mouth, supporting Milton Teahjay. What this guy did to Liberia, what they did to our people over there. They damaged the whole country, killing innocent people. But the same idiots, they are on Facebook and supporting Milton Teahjay. Milton Teahjay was a spokesman for Charles Taylor. He was. He was. Hello? Yeah. All right, hold on a second. Let me see. Let me stop the video. Hello, who was this? What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is O'Hara TS speaking.
Oh, all right. What's it? Go ahead. What's your take?
Yeah, I follow the show and let me appreciate you for always discussing issues and not forgetting about SINOE County. You know, it is good that you always speak about our district on the international wire. But it's just that the manner and form in which you present Reverend Kolo, does not suit him. He is a decent man. And he has no record in this country as being a violent person or any record he posting anyone at. So what you did on the show just now, I consider it as a propaganda.
So who did this? Whose image? Who brushed my name eye? Who did?
I don't know who brushed my name.
No, you were inside when you guys you are a supporter of Kolo.
I said I don't know. As an investigative person, you have the power as a Liberian to read the police department of Green Bay to give you the person that brushed my name. Even though the situation was regrettable, but however, in as much you have declared your support for a candidate as a talk show host, you do not have the intellectual gravitas or what to discuss any of the other candidates.
Why I don't have the right? You say I declare my support again, and you say I don't have the right.
No, I said you do not have the independence, to discuss.
So the video that I did, is I the one created that video, or was it Kolo supporter attacking people?
If you did a video, there is nothing in the video that identifies somebody as supporter of Mr. L or Mr. Y.
Oh yeah. Oh, you don't see Zarzar supporter running away. You don't see Zarzar people wearing Zarzar t-shirt running.
Even those that are following the show, they know that it is a propaganda. Mr. Freeman.
All right.
Those that want to see the show know that it's a propaganda, and those things does not, deter our people from supporting Reverend Kolo because he is contributing to them.
Teahjay did not speak for Charles Taylor as well.
Come again.
Teahjay did not speak for Charles Taylor as well. He wasn't the spokesperson. Am I lying about that too?
Senator Teahjay, it is glaring that you serve as Deputy Minister for Public Affairs in this country under the regime of President Taylor.
Okay, all right. At least you admitted that one. So what are you still supporting such a man?
I'm supporting him because of his developmental record in the county.
Okay.
I'm not supporting him because he's a senator or just a mere SINOE, but because
so what is the development you want to talk inside?
Thank you. Come in 1 minute. If you went to Kagebo today, a clinic has been completed and the dedication is March of 2022. Recently, he dedicated a city hall in Kamotan. A city hall is currently in Jawita and Western that will be dedicated in March. You understand? Enter Buto, you will see a school that he constructed. You understand? Go in the vacation city, he has a school, a city hall. Go or Kabata, he has a city hall. So he is imparting. Come on.
Okay, so hold on a second, O'Hara. Yeah. You actually want me to believe you? You and GSC, the GSC declared Teahjay guilty up to now. You have not agreed. You want me to believe you? The GSC, hold on a second. The GSC listed that Teahjay abandoned 74 projects in your county, and you're telling me when you start building all those things, when you have millions of dollars, Honor Ellen, when they were giving you all that money, he didn't build anything, and you're telling me now the man building Palava huts all over the place, and that's why you're supporting him, even though he's killing people. What do you do with City Hall in this day and age? when people are going to space, they won't sit down in Palava Hut and City Hall?
No, listen.
Why the man will go build school in a town and he build Palava Hall in Camo Town? You are supporting him.
He did not build Palava Hall. He built City Hall. I can hold up to 500.
Why can you do with that? When the children in our unification system, when they're graduating from high school, the people in the Palava Hall will be graduating.
But Mr. Freeman, they are being sentimental. You said that people are going to space. Unfortunately, people don't go to space in SINOE.
Because your leaders don't want to. They don't want people to go to space because they are doing the building Palava Halls. You just told me Palava Halls, all over the place. My man, so tell you does not take anybody to space.
No, but no one going to space in SINOE.
Yeah, because you don't want to empower the leaders. Don't want to empower you to go to space.
Since you pay Africa, who are going to space?
Because you got terrible leaders, O'Hara, that want people not going to space. They will put the money in their pocket. They got Prince Johnson around there, they put sanction on you. Guys are still supporting him. Teahjay your money, you are declared guilty, you are still supporting him.
Mr. Freeman,
yes, sir.
Just give me the time. You have the time.
Go ahead.
Do a comparative analysis between your own senator and Teahjay. Let's look at the project. In terms of the three cardinal responsibility of a senator, Teahjay is effective.
No, Zarzar is effective because Zarzar exposed Teahjay's corruption, and they say you should provide oversight.
You just talk about GSC, right? Who told you our country GSC has the ability to declare somebody guilty?
No, it's not GSC that declared Teahjay. It was the court, the 14th Judicial Court of Riverside County.
They found a mail of not completing 72 projects, and the court dropped those charges. So who are you?
No, the court did not. The court did not drop the charges.
The court did.
No, Teahjay was declared guilty for bypassing the law.
Which law did he
bypass? The LSCC and the PPCC Act. They said it clearly in the report.
Now, you just talked about 72 projects, and all of those cases, all of those charges, including the 1 point some more million charges, were dropped.
No, they were not. That's why they say he bypassed the law. That's why they say he bypassed the law. Hey, the only problem, the lawyer, the only problem.
For not passing through the PPCC law.
So, O'Hara, why would you support somebody who bypassed the law and is a lawmaker? Why are you supporting such a person?
Why are you supporting somebody who time the people does not even have a drinking water?
I don't know what you're talking about. The job that what they got the local. No, you guys can produce any evidence, so I don't have no reason to support. Yes, because the evidence is there. If you give me this, hold on, O'Hara. Last year, you said, oh, Zarzar taking money from Lone Star. I said, okay, I'll give you 1 year to produce the evidence. You haven't produced that year. You're still looking for the evidence. But man, you just making allegation. Okay, let me go. I got time constraint here. You are not saying anything that convincing, so we'll talk later.
No. You were probably because
yeah, because I have time constraint and you are not. Then Kolo boss somebody out. You are not even admitting. You are not admitting. You have the responsibility too. You know. So who boss? Why are you boss man? No matter. No, that Kolo did. Kolo did. I will play video again for the people. I will play the video. Saying you guys want to lie. You are not helping Kolo. You are not helping Kolo O'Hara. O'Hara, you guys are not helping Kolo when you keep lying. Kolo himself admitted when I went to Liberia, I confronted him. One, Kolo himself admitted that he burst a man's eye. Kolo himself admitted that he burst a man's eye. So why you want to lie? Kolo admitted. Why you go reconcile with a man? Why you had a reconciliation commission or program? He admitted that he burst a man's eye. That's why you want to apologize to the man to reconcile with him.
He had a reconciliation program because he's a leader.
No, he burst the man out. That's why he went to reconcile with the man. Okay, I will talk to you later. We'll talk later. So, you see, the guys, they are not honest. They want position in the county. They want to lead the people. But when they harm other citizens, they don't want to take responsibility. Kolo had a whole reconciliation commission to reconcile with Mark Nome. To say sorry to him for busting his eye. And the young man is coming here and telling me, oh, Kolo did not do it. Okay, what are you reconciling with a man when you don't bust it? You did. You killed a man. And you want to come bring Zarzar? Zarzar is the best leader in SINOE County. In other rebels you're supporting, I'm showing you the record of Teahjay, what he did to Liberia, damaged that country. They gave young people arms, guns, and drugs. The same people, they are in mental slavery over there. And they're supporting the very people that are suppressing them. And that's the likes of O'Hara Teahjay. They are in mental slavery. I'll show you the video what Teahjay is doing. Now let me show you another one what Teahjay is doing. They will not take. All you have to do to know who Teahjay is, just do a Google search. Just look for corruption in Labrador. The first name that comes on is Teahjay. You will get tons of articles on one Teahjay alone. Tons of articles. So let me show you. From BBC to CNN, everything it carries Teahjay. If you think I'm lying, let me share the first one. Kolo he done. He busting Teahjay, he busting people eye, and he is a body of Teahjay. Imagine that. Kolo finish. The man is a criminal. You bust somebody eye and say the man will be a lawmaker, and you can't defend that man. I will deal with all of you in that county. Let's look at the first article on Milton Teahjay that O'Hara and the likes of what you call him, Hugh Bladee, they're supporting. This is not a record. This is for BBC. Okay, a BBC article I'm showing you here right now. You see it, BBC News. That they're Milton Teahjay. So let me read the article. On the side is little like a little smaller. Let me read it from here. It says here, fighting Liberian ministers are suspended. Fighting Liberian ministers. Milton Teahjay, all he does is fight. All right? They will fight. This is Tuesday, April 11, 2000. 15:52 GMT. Okay? You can see all that time over there. Put it there. It said a ministerial punch created a hole in the wall. That Milton Teahjay punching people when he boss man. I come and read the article so you can hear it very short. A ministerial punch created a hole in the wall. Liberian President Charles Taylor has suspended the information minister and his deputy after last week's punch up between the two men. Okay? Information Minister Joe Morba and his deputy J. Milton Teahjay have been suspended for 1 month, 3 weeks by President Charles Taylor or President Taylor for disorderly conduct without pay, said a presidential statement read on local radio. Minister Morba and his deputy Milton Teahjay engaged in a fist fight on Thursday, April 6, after a heated argument over Mr. Teahjay's dismissal of a junior member of staff. Okay, so Milton Teahjay dismissing people the same way he's taking 46 people from payroll. The junior member of the ministry, he's not a minister proper, but the minister, somebody who works on a mobile, he dismissing people without the minister. And guess what? The minister wasn't around when you were doing all of that. Listen, the official, Archie Williams, who happened to be a close confidant of the information minister, was removed from his post at a time when Mr. Morba was out of the country on assignment in Egypt. Okay, the man is a close confidant of the minister, the minister proper. He was on a mission assignment in Egypt. Teahjay went and fired the man. They call him Archie Williams. Okay, on his return, Mr. Morba promptly revoked the dismissal. That's right. You are not the minister of that ministry. You are on me. You are deputy. Dismissal order, but on his return, Mr. Morba promptly revoked the dismissal order. But his deputy insisted that the official be kept out of the ministry building. All right? It goes on ministerial boxing. Teahjay that boxer. He's a pugilist. The man fighting all day. He started that a long time ago. The criminal. On Thursday, things came to a head when the two ministers exchanged blows. Some employees of the ministry fled their offices to avoid being caught up in a fight, while others who are loyal to the two men sided with them in a battle. A large crowd, including camera crews, gathered in front of the two-story building to try and catch a glimpse of the fracas. Police were eventually called in to restore order. The two ministers, who belong to rival political parties, have never got on at the information ministry. I have tried to work with Teahjay. That the minister talking about Mr. Morba. I have tried to work with Teahjay for the past 5 years. He doesn't say 1 month. I have tried to work with Teahjay for the past 5 months, or 5 years, sorry. But it seems just impossible. It seems just impossible for the two of us to work together, said Mr. Morba. hole in the wall. Milton Teahjay punching wall there. Oh, the man is a giant. He likes to fight. He has no brain. He can't fight intellectually, so he has to fight. Punching wall. During the fracas, Milton Teahjay is reported to have punched a hole in the wall or in the plywood. During the fracas, Mr. Teahjay is reported to have punched a hole in the plywood wall of the ministerial office or offices after one of his blows missed the minister by inches. The man missed a man, punched a hole in the wall. Teahjay the giant. We gotta bring Teahjay to the wall fighting stage so that he can fight for Southern Country to be the chief boxer. The two ministers were summoned to see President Taylor on Saturday, and the suspensions were announced on Monday. Part of the presidential statement said that the salaries of the two ministers will be withheld, and the money will be used to repair the damage done to the ministry building during the fight. Okay, so the whole that Teahjay put in the war, they will use all 200 salary so they can face the war. Some newspapers have expressed this disappointment that the president has suspended rather than dismissed the two brawling ministers. Okay, now your Teahjay there, and the man is supporting. Teahjay went and bust the wall, he put hole in the wall. I'm a giant hero, boy. The man cannot make an argument why he fired the Geo Archie Williams. He can't explain, no argument. So he said the best thing I'll do, I'll fire the man. How can you be the deputy minister and you fire the minister a confidant? So Teahjay started a rebel, a totalitarian mindset long time ago. That criminal, he was speaking for Charles Taylor. Now let me show you another one. That one will just warm me up. Will just warm me up, so you can see what the man did. The man that Warren and supported, so they can see the man record. They will see your own. I will show it to you. You guys, you're over there. You're supporting all the criminals. I will show that. I'll show the record. Let's show you another one for Teahjay. The man that Hugh Bladee supporting. For me, I'm not just talking. I just give you the evidence. Let's look at the other one for Milton Teahjay. All right. Now my face over there. That Teahjay face you're seeing here. That Teahjay face, right? Yeah. SINOE County Senator Milton Teahjay faces arrest. All right. Now the criminal here, it's not. For me, I'm not just talking. I'll show you the evidence why the supporters of Teahjay and Kolo, they are bosser. All they do is they don't produce nothing. They just talk. All right. Let's go into this. SINOE County Milton Teahjay faces arrest. All right. Let's read the article for you guys. Let me see whether I can zoom in a little bit and make it bigger for you. So you can see the bad record of the man. That the man Warren is supporting. All right. So it says here, former superintendent of SINOE County in southeastern Liberia and now senator of the county, J. Milton Teahjay, has been ordered arrested if he fails to pay into government revenue a fine of $50,000 into government revenue by the judge of the 14th Judicial Circuit Court in Riverside County, after being found guilty of misappropriation of the county's development funds. I'm not the one that's saying no. That a newspaper there in the country, anywhere you look, the criminal, ain't the people, the $50,000, by the way, the man has not paid the $50,000 as you speak. And that's the man the people supporting. Listen, they just starting. He was declared guilty by the 14th Judicial Circuit Court of Riverside County. Now that's how you put it. It's not my words. It said handing down the ruling yesterday after months of legal battle between the former superintendent and the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, LACC, for his alleged link to the misappropriation of over 700,000 United States dollars. That bitch misused the money. Teahjay, 700,000 during his tenure as superintendent of the county. The state radio ERBC correspondent said His Honor Judge S. Jivan Smith in the county has ordered the senator to pay the fine within 9 months or go to jail. Okay, the laws in the country, the laws are not working, and that's why the criminals are around. Teahjay has not paid the money. It's over 2 years now, and the criminals still walking around and making laws, bypassing laws. Prior to his latest, this latest development, prior to that, before the latest development, right? What Teahjay used to do before? prior to this latest development, the then superintendent was indicted by the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, LACC, after being accused of expending $50,000, representing 30% of land return fees entrusted to him by the government for the development of the county. Okay, the man expended $50,000. It represents 30% of the land rental fees. Okay, the companies want to go there, they pay the money for using the land, but now Teahjay will take the money, all right, and put it in your own, your pocket. In addition, Teahjay illegally disbursed, used, and expended without any evidence. Okay, $12,000 of proceeds realized from sales of rubber seized from illegal tappers from SRC plantation. The indictment statement. Okay, the man, when you listen to him in one interview, we evicted the people, the illegal tappers, and we took the money. The people said the money, the evidence, the money, $12,000 US dollar. The money the man seized, the man ate that money. In addition, Teahjay illegally disbursed, used, and expended without any evidence, 12,000 of proceeds realized from sales of rubber seized from illegal tappers from the SRC plantation, the indictment statement, okay? Therefore, the defendants did knowingly, the man, not unknowingly, knowingly, feloniously, criminally, that's what it means, purposely, criminally, maliciously, willfully, and intentionally steals, stealing, that's another word for it, take and carry away, exercise unauthorized control over, and converted the total amount of $12,000 to his own use and benefit, and or the use of benefits of others. Okay, that's Milton Teahjay record I'm reading here that the man is supporting. Further to the litany, okay, when they say litany, that long list, okay, further to the litany of charges allegedly committed, the indictment disclosed that defendant J. Milton Teahjay awarded contracts valued at $764,500 to individuals and all companies without the processes and procedure required for the awarding of such contract. Why the man bypass all the thing? Because he want to steal this money. $764,000. It's a lot of money, almost $1 million. The criminal ate, and that's the man is supporting in Bill Palava Hut, giving a breakdown of how the various crimes. They not say well celebration. They say crimes. Various crimes were committed. The indictment revealed that during December 2019 and March 2012, defendant Teahjay and Williams, using their positions and authority as superintendent and development superintendents, respectively, took advantage of their influence as chief custodians of all county and social development funds and other monies allocated to the county, and created the opportunity to embezzle the total amount of $50,000 without the consent and approval of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. These are the criminals that will carry and they will come and talk and defend. The amount which was received from Forestry Development Authority, FDA, was intended for development purposes who have been determined by the county development agenda emanating from the county council resolution. However, they not been mindful of their fiduciary duties to the people of SINOE, wrongfully, feloniously, illegally converted the money. Okay, that Teahjay record I'm reading here, it's not Zarzar, it's corrupt Teahjay that the people supporting. It goes on. You're listening to the record of Teahjay that Hugh Bladee, O'Hara Teahjay, don't think us inside the county, not patriotic people, they are supporting this criminal. It said US $35,000 of the money, according to Teahjay, as stated in the indictment, was used to purchase a Mitsubishi Jeep for the use of the county authorities without any evidence of the purchase of such Jeep or accountability for the vehicle of its scraps. Okay, you know, the guy scrap on the set, the old machine, No accountability whatsoever. He ate the money, okay? 35,000 is going into your pocket. According to the indictment, on the contrary, the government in 2008 purchased and distributed Mitsubishi Pajero Jeeps to all county superintendents, including co-defendant Teahjay, okay? So the government sent a Mitsubishi bus already, a vehicle to the people already, to all the superintendents. But Teahjay said he used another $35,000. Liar, is a criminal. He also illegally, he also allegedly received from SRC, SINOE Rubber Company, right? Resources intended for social development fund in the tune of 12,000, of 17,000, and allegedly converted same into his personal use. Personal use. It's not for the county use, personal use, thereby committing the crime of economic sabotage. Now, Teahjay record reading out economic sabotage, explaining how defendant Teahjay violated PPCC laws. The indictment revealed that Teahjay, in his capacity as superintendent and been charged with the responsibility as chairman of the county procurement committee to ensure that all required PPCC processes and procedures regarding the awarding of contracts to individual or companies were followed. Did knowingly, he knows, did knowingly and wrongfully awarded 7 development projects at a total contract value of $764,500 in total disregard for the required PPCC bidding process and procedures. This is Hugh Bladee, O'Hara Tia hero. The men are making a poor. The men are giving a crumbs, and they are supporting him. That though the contract value of each of the 7 projects was above the threshold of 10,000, okay? Excuse me, guys. That though the contract value, because the contract, the PPCC law says anything at 10,000, right? Listen, let me read that. That though the contract value of each of the 7 projects was above the threshold of 10,000 and therefore required billing processes and procedures as provided in the PPCC Act and its regulations. Co-defendant Teahjay for his own benefit, okay? For his own benefit and all benefit of others, awarded that, because the order is talking about that the people that are working with him, okay? That the orders are talking about is not the people assigned, all right? Benefit of others, awarded the below development projects to individual and all companies without due regard to the required PPCC processes and procedure. In some instances, contracts were awarded for and all substantial amounts paid to individuals and all companies that did not have the capacity, all right? The people that can do the work, that did not have the capacity and ability to perform, which situation led to the delay in performance while other projects are ongoing, okay? So it's the record of this criminal that is supporting Milton Teahjay, all right? And it is not my record. I am only here to give you what these criminals are doing, and the likes of Hugh Bladee. You can't open your mouth on Facebook and defend Teahjay. This is the record of Teahjay, not my record. This is not Zarzar record. This is not Dunking's record. This is not Samson Weir record. It's the criminal Teahjay that you guys are supporting. And me, that's how you put it. Will bring the evidence. Your own, oh, Zarzar did this. And you can't show me nothing. No evidence you can show whatsoever to debunk what I am saying. Nothing. All you do is, now, let's look at more on Teahjay here. Let's look at the criminal that you guys are supporting. The criminal, Milton Teahjay. Listen to him. After saying what he about to say, he will be, like man saying, he will be back. He will change position. Let's listen to it. I will show you the evidence. I'm not just talking. I will show the evidence to you. Let's look at the criminal again. Let's see what he did. Now listen to criminal Milton Teahjay that the people are supporting. Let's listen to him. Now Teahjay, not me. I just show you this.
Forcefully taking their land, specifically group from the Sarpo ethnic group, and they call it on the House of Representatives not to concur with your bill, calling for the amendment of the bill of creating a district in a region.
Well, I like the way you put it. They accuse me. So it's just nothing more than an allegation. But the agent of...
Okay, now they're asking a specific question for the bill now. It's called distraction. You're going to something that they're not asking you going to Zarzar. Zarzar has nothing to... You sponsor a bill. Zarzar did not create a district in a county. All Zarzar did was, it doesn't make sense for people to create a district and a district, nobody to run that district. So all Zarzar did was to make sure that the employees of those districts are confirmed or sent to the president for nomination, and he did just like play a role. Milton Teahjay now, he's a senator for SINOE County. He doesn't want people to get a job the same way you were fighting Mobile, right? Joe Mobile and boss the war for firing an employee. Now the same thing, he didn't want your own people to get jobs in the county. And so Milton Teahjay talking plenty. Listen.
Of the structure in SINOE County.
I don't want to hear all that thing you're talking.
SINOE County is Matthew Zarzar. And Matthew Zarzar will be taught a lesson that he will never forget and from which others will learn.
What lesson is it?
Let me finish with that. Let me end first. He will be taught a lesson, political lesson, that he will learn from, that others will also learn from. That lesson is, you cannot...
That's what the big money making here right now. All the things finish talking, Zarzar shot that whole building here through. All the people now, they living in Milton Teahjay through because they are working. Listen.
Depend on travel divide. To think you can...
Who the tribal kingpin in SINOE County is this man? He is the kingpin for tribalism in SINOE County. The man who can go as far as... Right now, what are you doing? Alvin Wilson, the young man right here. He's from the Jirepo Bell. Teahjay is now fighting this young man so he can be the fiscal superintendent because he is not from Teahjay, but he the one calling people tribal. He is the chief of tribalism in the county and sectionalism. He fighting Alvin Wilson right now. He shouldn't be confirmed because he is not a Teahjay man. That's a fight that's going on right now in the county.
Remain in power. You must do something for the people. Zarzar is the only legislator in SINOE County.
You see, you just talk nonsense. It's all about horses. Steal the people money and say, oh, the person don't get a house. You stole the people money. Zarzar does not have a house in SINOE. So that nonsense you're talking here, total nonsense, okay? Zarzar have houses before Teahjay, before Teahjay and Taylor, they destroy the country. Zarzar have houses, all right? Because at Taylor time, they make into prominence. That Taylor made David the minister. And I will show you what Taylor did to him. He ran away from Taylor.
These are the issues he has to be forced on. Now he went and constructed a district that has no history.
Okay, it says Zarzar constructed a district. It's the same lies that his supporters have been carrying around. Zarzar wasn't in the country when the district was constructed. All right? But Zarzar, it was created by the transitional administration. All right? I think the professor came here the other day. Professor Panton came here and gave it a history of how those districts were created. But Milton Teahjay, because of tribalism, he fighting 24/7, make a lies. And all the medicine for the criminal.
In the library of the lower house, he went and brought a district that has no history. In the library of the Senate, nobody knows where he came from. He went to work.
How soon will be passing to law by the transitional administration? He said it has no history in the library of the lower house and the upper house. It's nonsense. So the only bill that has history is the rape bill that Teahjay sponsored to the legalized rape in Liberia. All right, listen.
Oh, he went to the World Trade Center on Kelly Street.
And those are the places he goes to make fake documents. The man who doesn't have the young people read history. He didn't graduate from anywhere. He made all those fake documents. They put him out of grade law school and all those schools he went to. They gave him NTR all those places. But now in telling somebody go fake, he the one making fake documents all over the place.
And I can brother you and call you a district.
How can that be possible?
Oh, you have to answer.
You make allegations and say it cannot be. Then you say go ask Zarzar. That's Zarzar making the nonsense you're talking. It's you that talking the nonsense. So tell the people how can that happen.
Don't ask me because I didn't bring that act. I didn't create income. But based on consultation with many stakeholders, we decided we accommodated, but then we will take away all.
You see the nonsense you're talking. You see that the district is not legitimate, okay? But then the criminal turn around and say, "Oh, we accommodate it." Okay, when something is not legal, and you say you are a lawmaker, and you say, "Oh, we're in the same breath," you say it's illegal. But you know what? We will accommodate it. That's how criminals think. It's a criminal, so they take criminal things. You say the thing is not legitimate. It has no source in the archive of the Senate and the House of Representatives. But yeah, you say, "Oh, I accommodating it." Teahjay is a criminal.
The other boundaries, he encroached on Johnson land, he encroached on Kabade land, he encroached on Taliwan land, and we are seeing.
And that's a big foul lie over there. This is the way he does. It's the politics of division. Okay, he posts the different sections against each other. So right now, what he's doing is arousing the sentiment of the other tribes. Oh, our big man, the big man just said that they put other people talk our land. He's just doing it to put these people together so they can fight. And that's why exactly he did the other day when he went to SINOE to dedicate his Palava hut. He said, oh, they sent the single people now, they were confirmed, and all the people they will leave Dawson district. That is nonsense he all.
We will give you single district, but take away all the pure land because we don't want confusion. He said no. He will keep it as and I will teach him a legislative lesson.
And who taught the man, who taught that friend legislative lesson? Zarzar did, because the people are employed. So Teahjay learned a legislative lesson from Zarzar. Zarzar a man. Teahjay who the talks. Zarzar get the work done.
Yeah, Senator. The lesson will be clear.
What is that lesson, Senator?
The legislative lesson. And that lesson is to make sure Zarzar will not go and bring bogus instruments here until you can choke them down in the throats of people.
Right now, Teahjay can't breathe. The legislative instrument now is stuck in Teahjay's throat right now because the people are working. So Teahjay can't breathe. We need to do him the maneuver to make him breathe. They choke it down Teahjay's throat. Teahjay's throat locked right now. The major people, he doesn't know how legislative processes work. No. Zarzar and they are guru in the politics of SINOE or Liberia. And so you want to fight a man. Every battle the man fought against Zarzar, he loses. Zarzar wrote the GSC and the Secretary stealing, and that was validated. And again, the other fight, Zarzar won.
To challenge him at the level of the legislature?
Well, this place, my brother, it is your relationship with colleagues that makes the legislative process very interesting. We have passed it in the Senate. Now, guys, unanimously, Vani Sherman is the chairman of the committee.
And Vani Sherman is calling right now. He was banned by the United States government. So one of the corrupt men in the Republic of Liberia. Those bad people are the one he aligned himself with. He was sanctioned by the United States government. He can't go nowhere. He's one of the corrupt men. He is the next man that was banned next to. He was the first person. Now they added Prince Johnson to the list. Those are the people. The criminals in the country. Those are the friends for Teahjay. He's a bad man. I will expose them.
No bill leaves the Senate without Vani Sherman input. He read it. He looked at all the ads. He saw the
Vani Sherman has not been to SINOE County before. He doesn't know how the landscape over there looks. But then they say, oh, he rarely, he does this. And so it's fair. Because Vani Sherman, who the criminal, who was indicted, who the same money due, he crooked the people, ate the people money, not criminals. That's the same people that the people incited. He can't cite credible sources. No, it's Vani Sherman.
And he said, no, this cannot continue. So every member of the Judiciary Committee signed the amendment. So afterwards, I go, you bring 3 body here, he said that.
Do you think that bill will survive at the lower house? Because
now do I think, I know for sure that the legislative process will take its course. Thank you very much, John.
All right, so that's it. Million Teahjay lose the battle. After talking plenty, the people were confirmed, okay? Those people were confirmed. They are working right now, all right? And so Teahjay, the bill stuck in Teahjay's throat. Zarzar shopping in Teahjay's throat. Teahjay can't breathe right now. The other day when I went there, I wanted to take the bill from his throat, and he ran away. I went to his office. Teahjay ran away from that side up there. The man made me that Zarzar can't breathe, book an instrument and shop it down the throat, and Zarzar shop it there, good, put his all the way he put his hair. He's like, Teahjay, you are not men. We are the men. Zarzar does not talk. He doesn't have verbal dysentery, verbal diarrhea that you have. You don't talk blah, 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 whole day cussing people out. The man say, okay, let our little boy talk. The man is a little boy. He just come into politics. We are the gurus. That man, the people will be confirmed. Boom. Let me show you right now. After the people were confirmed, the criminal Milton Teahjay who say, oh, Zarzar can't shove to me on our outro. Boom. Teahjay sponsor bill to amend the Boko district. For this is the propaganda. Boko district resurfaces in SINOE. So they went into the fight. The people were confronted. Teahjay amended book. Teahjay just told us the art has no history in the archive of the Senate. It has no history in the archive of the House of Representatives. But the idiot sponsored a bill to amend the Boko Act. How is that possible, sir? How is that possible? Okay? So Teahjay, this is the man that idiots they support. Those people, they call themselves politicians, they are unpatriotic. They don't love their people. When people suppress it, once you're not from common town, Hugh Bladee, they will say, anything shall happen to you. Teahjay should do anything to you. Once it's in the interest of common town, when Teahjay build Palava huts in common town, that's good. Everybody else should be suppressed in the county. And under the watch of that's how you put it, justice will be done to all. Okay? I'm showing you the record of the criminal that the guys are supporting, right? Now my record. So now I'll just show you videos. I can go on and show you more. But let me show you something there. The election is coming the other time. The man went there and he started backing people. And people are not listening to him. The next thing, the man said, you know what? I will do aquatic necromancy. Okay? Aquatic necromancy is going in the water and manipulating the motion of the water to invoke the spirit of the dead. It's called aquatic necromancy. Don't go do the research. They got different ways, okay? And that's why he went to do with Debunking. We took the picture. They brought it to Daxa Yopo there. He's doing everything to win election. So Teahjay is doing everything. After this, the next thing he started to chant to ring. Chanting to ring. He went in a room somewhere behind the plane. He was chanting to ring, and the people took the picture. They sent it to me. He said the guy doing everything to win election. I said, you're just sending it to me. Let me show you. I will expose the idiot that helped chanting to kill our people. And the people are supporting in SINOE County. This is the man, a boss man child terror. The man that suspended him. When he pour hole in the wall, he bust the wall, that man, that warrior. Teahjay, we had a SINOE County, when we take the man from the Senate, 2023, we will start bossing a fixed fighting competition. So Teahjay can represent SINOE County. The way you go for, the man can punch hole in the wall. So when the man can break that brick wall and pour hole in it, the man will win a lot of championship for us. So we'll be sending Teahjay to do bossing. He can represent even the whole country. Teahjay will be representing like bro and put the hole in the wall. When you punch it, other human being, the man will get a hole in your body too. Because the man can drill hole in the wall, shit. When that man punches you, you'll get a hole in too. So now let's go to Teahjay. I'm giving the man that Hugh Bladee supporting. That the man record I'm giving you on my own. I'm just giving you words. That Hugh Bladee, the guy in Rwanda. I interviewed him and said in Rwanda, the people can't allow corruption. No way. When you are corrupt, once the allegation gets behind you, you are done. The man sitting in the land of Paul Kagame and he's supporting the corrupt Teahjay in Liberia. Okay, so let's get Teahjay record. Because you are asking, let's compare the record of Teahjay and Zarzar. So I said, okay. So I will get Zarzar record right now and Teahjay's record right now, and I will get Zarzar record too. Okay, so that you can know. Okay, so you can know who is the hero in the country. When the guys wage war in Liberia on the Liberian people, when they kill, I'll show you the video what they did to what our children did. They gained their guns, ran out Teahjay and they call those children Zokos and Zokis in Liberia. That's how Teahjay and they call those children. After they drugged them and gained their guns. Okay, he a child killer. Then when they won the election, child killer said, man, you did a good job. So I'll make you deputy information minister. Yeah, man, you're a man, Joe Mobile wrote the information ministry. Teahjay said, what? Mobile traveled to EJ, and say, fire the man confidant. He fired him. When Joe Mobile came back, Teahjay said, Teahjay fired the man restored Archie Williams. As soon the minister restored the man, Teahjay said, no, that man can't in the ministry. If when our business will open fighting competition in the building, then they get into it. Then Teahjay punched Mobile. He missed the man, then he broke away the wall. And the man bust 2 walls in row. The man blew away the wall. 2 walls now. The way the one, the man broke for one. The second one, the man broke. So now, Teahjay fast forward to our time now. We made a man law because the Teahjay cannot think of anything better, right? So the first thing you are trying to do to create a position called Deputy Senate Pro Tempore. That other the bill before he even put on the floor, it passed away. The people start carrying it to the graveyard, so they forget that one. They just say, okay, the next thing I will do, send my Senate Pro, because I wanted to be the Deputy Senate Pro Tempore so I can get my own position. Send that doesn't work. What I will do, I store the people of SINOE County development money, and I build motel and hotel inside, they call them prostitution centers.
So he built plenty of products and said, how do I get customers? Okay, what I will do, I will sponsor a bill to make rape legal in Liberia. So the people can bring the children in my hospital, in my prostitution center, and they can rape them, they will go free. Boom, Teahjay sponsor this bill. Teahjay want rape bailable. Now what Teahjay wants? He wants rape to be the law. Now the record of Teahjay, I'll show you what you call him, Hugh Bladee. This is not my record, it's the man that you are supporting. So the man, boom, you sponsor rape. You want rape to be the law of the land. And according to the UN report that I read, rape is the second highest crime in the Republic of Liberia. Okay? Rape is the second highest in the country. Teahjay say, you know what, I want rape to be legal in Liberia. That bill. Now, he left that level. He said, you know what, just recently, he said, you know what, damn it. I mean, new car. I mean, I haven't driven BMW before since I was born. You know what? Let me look for somebody car I will take. So he went. Patricia said a car. Boom, Teahjay took the car. Teahjay took Patricia's car. The young lady right here. The young lady. Teahjay took the woman car. The young lady went from one radio station to another radio station. She went to court and all. Teahjay threatened the judge. When you call me again, I would use my legislative power of moving for office. I can't be doing my job. Part of my job is to take people cars. And that's part of my job. And so when I'm doing my job, don't call me. I will make the people to impeach you. So the judge, so scary to pull it right away. Teahjay now is sorry for he took the people land. Sad. The man took the lady car, right? I'm showing evidence of that Hugh Bladee man is supporting you. Not me. That Hugh Bladee man. The man said the people in your county should not get a job. Boo. He ran campaign against the one, but this one here, we give credit to Zarzar. Zarzar beat the ones. Zarzar won him. Okay? They gave the man money, right? Let me show you something here. Let me show you something quickly. I got a lot of evidence I will show you here today. All right? I'm not just talking. I'll just give you the evidence. And you either take it or you die if you don't want it. All right, this is it. Now, Teahjay record is not my record. The GAC report, during the periods on audit, we observed that the SINOE, the Special County Development Council, SCDC, approved 74 projects, programs, and other activities at a total cost of $2,664,870 through 2 separate resolutions for the period on audit. But the SINOE County Administration undertook 12 projects out of the 74 projects approved by the SCDC from physical verification. They don't say imaginary, they say physical. They went there and touched the thing there. They touch it, they play with that. Okay? Physical verification of the 12 assumed projects and review of documents provided for the audit. It was observed that 6 projects were abandoned. All right? He took 74 out of 74, he only took 12. Out of the 12, the man abandoned 6. Okay? Okay, abandoned 6. 2 were ongoing. 3 were completed. And 1 was inaccessible due to bad road condition. Okay? That Teahjay record. Why the road was bad? That Teahjay record. Out of 74 projects, the man only completed 3. 3 projects Teahjay completed. Why he done with the money? And they said they gave me almost $3 million United States dollars. $3 million. And part of that money was to buy a machine. And they said the other building, right? That was they couldn't reach our other building because of bad road condition, inaccessible. But they gave money also to rehabilitate, to build the roads. That's one of the machines. He bought an old machine that doesn't work. Old machine. The same day Teahjay carried the machine to SINOE County, the same day it packed, the same location he been there, he can't move. The same day they tow truck, the machine they brought it to SINOE County. The man said he bought a machine. That the machine there. The roads were inaccessible because Teahjay ate the money to rehabilitate the roads. He bought the crappy machines. And this is the man that these guys are supporting. Hugh Bladee will be in the land of Paul Kagame, a great man who have fused the various tribes, the Hutus and the Tutsis. Nobody talks about that nonsense in Rwanda anymore. The people are building that country. When I read about the governance structure the other day, the people get position for even people that are disabled. They get leader to represent every facet of the country. You know, bro, you get representative for the disabled people. You know, bro, nobody cares. They don't care for the people. and Hugh Bladee sat over there and telling me he's supporting Teahjay. All the money because of the 2 million, the money that I just showed you over here. Because of that, he went to court. And he was declared guilty. Teahjay declared guilty. And the evidence, and I'm not talking. I'll show you the hard evidence. Here's the court paper. Just so you know that I get everything. The crimes upon Teahjay and you are declared guilty. Economic sabotage, criminal conspiracy, criminal facilitation, misapplication of entrusted property, and violation of PPCC procedures and processes. That Teahjay record, that's a record of Hugh Bladee Giant, the man that Hugh Bladee is supporting. And the criminal record here, and the man that wanted to be lawmaker in SINOE County. Yeah, the verdict here, the court verdict. This court is here about a judge Teahjay guilty for stealing the people of SINOE County money. Blah, they put the gobble down. Yes, the man guilty. That the man is supporting. What? The man, he didn't stop there. He said, well, the single people, you will not get jobs. I'm not doing this. Zarzar shoved the thing in my throat. And I can't breathe. You will not get jobs. So he was the co-chairman of the committee to confront the people and say, and SINOE. And luckily for all, they changed the law. The law before they said the lawmakers from your county should sign before you can be approved. So they changed that law. So Teahjay now Teahjay said, and SINOE, and so well, why don't you sign or now the other guys sign? So Teahjay, the bill went, the confirmation went down the Teahjay throat. It got stuck in the man's throat. All right? Now, that's not up to you. Let's show you more here. You bleeding on, you talking. He didn't show me nothing yesterday, no evidence. He said, oh, Duncan this day, I get evidence. He just read the evidence to a bunch of liars. I will expose all those liars that are supporting criminal Teahjay. All of them, they are criminals. Teahjay did not stop there, people. He said, you know what? The people of Teahjay won. Even though you are for me, but my evil mind now is coming to me. The people that are working right now, when they get paid, every pay period, they can bring something to me. So, you know, any problem, change all the 46 people with you. Change them. So Teahjay instructed the woman. He said, if you don't do it, any problem, I will move you. The owner of Teahjay won. So Teahjay sent the communication. He forced Annie Pobla, as a matter of fact, he wrote it and sent it to Annie for Annie to sign. And she did. So this is what he wrote. July 18, 2019, that one Teahjay wrote the other letter. Dear Minister Johnson, we are staying our compliments and wish to forward for your kind consideration the attached list of 46 civil servants from the district that are needed to be replaced. As you will note, the attached contains both those to be replaced along with names of individuals that are to replace them. It is my ardent hope that you will kindly grant this request, which is necessary for the smooth and effective running of my district. Okay? You ready? My district. If for Teahjay, tell you one for Teahjay. Because that the district he created, when he terrorized here, Taylor, they terrorized the people of Liberia. And so he said, my district. The smooth operation, change your people. They did nothing wrong, but you know, anything I want should be done. Okay? So how do I know it? Teahjay won't look at the top here. Republic of Liberia, Ministry of Internal Affairs. Teahjay won't statutory district, unification city, SINOE. It's all about Teahjay. All right? So Teahjay, for these people, you know why the people that move from payroll is because of Zarzar. Zarzar said, no, you can't, it is not, you can't remove civil servant from payroll. No, no way. You can't do that. So Zarzar fought him. Now the battle that Zarzar been fighting, those people still on payroll. So now they're going Teahjay through again. They're stuck. Teahjay can't breathe. Right. Teahjay said, you know what? When you are leaving SINOE County, when you are leaving, you say, well, I will chop the man chop the money to the point. Our account balance. Boom. That's right here. That SINOE County development. Our bank account in SINOE County when Teahjay left. I'm not making it more. I'm not telling y'all that, oh, that one, go check the ministry archive. I'm telling you the documents right now. Teahjay wrote the bank account for SINOE County. The man left it closing balance when Teahjay left. Negative $27,178.27. That one Teahjay left in your account. Negative, when we say negative, that means all the money finished. The money finished and the man kept going. So the money here we have to pay back to the bank. We don't want to pay. That the criminal, they want to make law maker again. No. I will make sure that Teahjay and the likes of Hugh Bladee that want criminals to be the leaders of the people to suppress them, that will not happen on my watch. I'm here. I will free you up for yourselves. Okay? This is it. That Teahjay, the LSCC, the PPCC act that he bypassed according to the law. They say when you bypass the act, this is what should happen to you. All right? The laws, that's why I say the laws in the country are not being enforced. The people don't enforce the law in the country. And so George Jivan did the right thing, declared the criminal guilty. But then instead of saying that the criminal go to jail according to the law says offenses relating to procurement. Okay, Teahjay bypass the law when it comes to procurement, how to get contract and all those things, and bypass the proper process to put in place. So the law says any person who contravenes any provision of this act commits an offense, and the person convicted by a court of a violation of this act shall, upon summary conviction, be liable to imprisonment for a period not exceeding 5 years. Okay? Teahjay will be in jail for 5 years by now. But the laws in the country are not being enforced. All right? So that what Teahjay still making mouth. And that's why they like the Hugh Bladee, they're all about to play. They're in Rwanda, the land of equity, the land of law. One of the fastest growing countries in Africa. Hugh Bladee over there is supporting corruption in his country. Let me show you this one here. All right? This is what brought the breakdown between Teahjay and Charles Taylor. Now, part of it, let me show you why Teahjay broke away from Charles Taylor. Concern over whereabouts of Liberian politician. Okay, that BBC News here, I'm not taking it from anywhere. That BBC reported this. You see the news article. It says here, opposition political leaders in Liberia say they are deeply concerned about the fate of a former cabinet minister. Okay, because Charles Taylor fired Milton Teahjay because of the stealing he was carrying on. Milton Teahjay was sacked as information minister by President Taylor 2 weeks ago after he criticized government policy on the Timor trade. Okay, the Timor trade. Teahjay criticized Taylor on the Timor trade. I will elaborate on that. Let me read the whole thing for. A Liberian opposition leader, Bodwe Sapio, of the United People's Party, has now demanded that the government produce Mr. Teahjay to allay the fears for his safety. There were reports last week that Mr. Teahjay had been arrested while trying to cross the border into Guinea. But the authorities in Liberia say they have no record of his arrest and no knowledge of his whereabouts. Okay? So let me come to where the second sentence here. Milton Teahjay was sacked as information minister by President Taylor 2 weeks ago after he criticized government policy on the Timor trade. Okay? The Timor, the logs, the trees. So what Taylor was doing for you are going to other county and fetching their logs and stuff like that, the Timors. Okay? So what they did was Teahjay went to Teahjay and started fetching the Timors, the logs from Teahjay forests. Teahjay said he wanted at least 50 or 60% of that money. So Taylor said, no, I can't give you the money. If you want the money, then you have to bring the people from the county, from Teahjay, bring their representative, then we'll get the money to the people. But we can't give it to you. Now what Teahjay got vexed and said Taylor is not listening to him. And he started criticizing the mayor policy because Taylor did not give him the money directly. All right? Taylor did not give him the money directly for the Timor trade because they will take the logs, the Timor, and go sell the Taylor or doing it. So Taylor went to a forester and said, oh, my man, you can take the logs, but you can give me 50% or 60% of the money. And Taylor said, no, I can't give you the money. I will give it to the community where the logs are extracted. So bring the representative of the community, and then we'll give the money to them. Teahjay said, no, he's not criticizing the man. And that's how Taylor chasing out of the country. Because he wanted the money to go in, almost castrated Teahjay. He ran away from the country because he wanted the money to go in your pocket. He didn't want the money to go to the community. And Charles Taylor said, no, Charles Taylor was right on that one. He said, no, I'm not going to give you the money to eat it. Because Taylor had a point on him before. Taylor saying to Taiwan, you have to understand, but then Taiwan and China, they were they were buddies, right? Everything about Taiwan. So Ben, the deputy information minister who was loquacious, who could talk a lot, Taylor said, you know what, I mean, I'm going to another conference somewhere, but I will send you to represent Liberia to Taiwan. We got some agreement over there so they can give some stuff for me. Taylor went to Taiwan. He went to Taiwan, and the Taiwanese government, they get millions of dollars with some guns. All right? Taylor needed guns and money. So the Taiwanese government, because Taylor was getting in some resources of Liberia and this stuff, you know, so in return, they gave Teahjay millions of dollars and guns. So when Teahjay returned from Taiwan, he gave the guns to Taylor. He did the guns, but he did not report the money. So then Taylor went and wrote the Taiwanese, government and said, thank you for the largesse for the guns you sent to my people. So Taylor did not measure the money. So then the Taiwanese government replied and said, oh, sir, we sent gun and money. Your Ministry of Information did not give you the money to how Taylor got vexed. That how Teahjay was chased out of the country. All right? That how almost, I wish Taylor would have gotten that man. Yeah, I wish. But you know what? That's a reason why Taylor missing. So I can deal with him. So I can tell the people who he is. That criminal. He ran away from the country, you know, Taylor now bad man. And so he said, oh, he wanted asylum, he demonized Taylor, even though you were working on Taylor for 5 years in Poho in the war and all Boston War and all of that. He demonized Taylor and left the country again to the United States. He stole the people loan and everything. Now, what Teahjay can come back to the US. He's stuck in Liberia right now. He's stuck. He can leave. Teahjay can, the day Teahjay enters the United States, I see then he will be in jail. So Teahjay can come to the US. And this is the criminal that the people are supporting in SINOE. Hugh Bladee, of all people in Rwanda. And he wrote this thing here. 2019, Hugh Bladee wrote. He said Teahjay bringing solar panel to the people in common town so they can be in darkness. Since 2019, we are in 2021. The solar panel that Hugh Bladee said Teahjay was bringing to the people of common town, it hasn't come yet. I asked him about it the other day. The government said they're bringing development, they're bringing power, so Teahjay aborted that project. The guys will lie to the people just so that Teahjay will say allowance. Yes. So that you will get something because in Rwanda, you're not working. And Teahjay is the one that putting food in your mouth, so you got to say nonsense. And tell our people nonsense, go on Facebook and talk nonsense. So he wrote here, so the Teahjay to bring in 500 solar panels. The man that they gave money, Teahjay was giving money to electrify SINOE County, the biggest city, Greenville. They call it Greenville Electrification Project. They gave the money to Teahjay, that Boko ate that money. Criminal. Hugh Bladee turned around and went on Facebook and said, Teahjay come and break 500 solar panels to the people. Since 2019, the solar panel is still parked, is in maybe in Kamota somewhere. I don't know where they put it. It's still in there. Somewhere, right? It's still there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have not just given you mere words, right? I gave you clear pictorial evidence of Teahjay crimes in the country for which I am against him. And I will make sure that that criminal is removed from power 2023 and replaced with Honorable Zarzar. I just gave you a bird's eye view of Teahjay's atrocious record or profile. All right? I just did. Nowhere. Nobody can refute it. Let's listen to the nonsense, a little bit of the nonsense that you really were talking yesterday. A little bit of it. They will bring it into Zarzar profile. All right? Just listen to you bleeding nonsense. A little bit of it. Hopefully it will play. Let's listen to you bleeding a little bit here.
Agenda or the developmental drive of our county. I remember years back when Honorable Sylvester Grisby, when he served as superintendent of that county, I was in SINOE.
All right. Hugh Bladee is about to give us the record of the people before Teahjay, right? Superintendent Grisby, what Grisby was doing in the county. Are you believe it? Come and tell us? Listen to him. You guys.
Actively involved in the body politic of the county. I was involved. But let me say this. When Honorable Grisby was superintendent, we could see oneness. We could see unity. We could see peaceful coexistence amongst all of our people in that country.
What did he say? You heard the man say, when Honorable Grisby was in power, we could see oneness. Peaceful coexistence of the people, right? That's what he said. All right? That's why he was bleeding to us. When Grisby was in power, we could see peaceful coexistence of the people of SINOE County. That's what the supporter of Milton Teahjay is telling us. All right? He didn't say during the reign of Teahjay there was peaceful coexistence. He said Grisby. All right? Listen to him. He said how did...
Among all of our people in our county.
You say all of our people, you didn't say some of our people. There was peaceful coexistence among all of our people in the county. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's listen to Hugh Bladee.
It's a peaceful existence. But when Honorable Grisby left the scene of SINOE politics, we had Senator J. Milton Teahjay, who saw priority was to ensure, as by then when he served as superintendent, to make sure that SINOE County get the face of development.
All right. The question we should ask is, did SINOE County get the face of development on Teahjay? I just read a report to you. The man was given nearly $3 million United States dollars. And according to the report, the people, the SINOE County Development Committee, they approved 74 projects. And out of the 74 projects, Milton undertook 12. Out of the 12 projects, he abandoned 6. Out of the remaining 6, he only completed 3. So this guy is telling us on the Teahjay we got development. What happened to the $3 million after you completed 3 projects? All right, y'all listen to Teahjay supporter. There was peace on Grisby. On Teahjay, he is telling us on Teahjay there was corruption, in other words. The guy speaking coded language.
The SINOE County get a phase of development. What happened at the end of the day? You could see a lot of constructions. I was not supporting Senator Teahjay back then. I was in the opposition. But Senator Teahjay would tell you that I engaged in constructively. I was not around insulting people. I did not malign his reputation when I had no point.
Because he was a supporter. So he said he didn't malign Teahjay record because Teahjay, he was in sympathy with the man, what the man was doing. After he said that yesterday, he was cussing Quentin Duncan and Zarzar, he was calling them different names. All right. But he has no point to do that whatsoever. Because when you're making a point, that point should be supported with evidence. Then your point is cogent, is stronger. But no, they will just make allegations, broad, sweeping allegations. Oh, this one, this one. I thought the fact that the guy was at the level of, at the master level. I thought Hugh Bladee would have made a better argument yesterday than, I mean, what he did yesterday was like, I thought I was listening to O'Hara T. That's O'Hara T.'s politics the man was on yesterday, cussing. And I mean, do I call people names? Yes. But I appropriately call people names. I call Teahjay criminal. And why I show you the evidence why Teahjay is a criminal. I do that. But unlike those guys, they will not show you anything. Nothing. So go ahead. Let's listen to Hugh Bladee a little bit.
No reason to do that. What I was doing, I was looking at policy issue in our county. How we could address, how Senator Teahjay could ensure that we take development everywhere in the county.
Okay, do we have development everywhere in SINOE County or just in Camotown? The only reason this guy is supporting Milton Teahjay, Milton Teahjay has been in the Senate for almost 8 years. And he just completed a Palava Hut in Camotown, where this guy is from. And that's why he all over the place and jumping around and preaching. He says he's a politician. Yes. The man been in the Senate for almost 9 years. He just completed Palava Hut. Now, even school. When I school, I'll be here celebrating. I say, yes, we can work together here. Send Teahjay build a school for us. We can work together here, find teachers, find school supplies, and send it to our children over there. They will be competitive. But Hugh Bladee said, no, the man built Palava Hut. Development is all over the place. One Palava Hut, chicken hut is in Camotown. That is good. Teahjay can be re-elected for that. All right? Now listen to the man.
This is why we wanted back then. You could see the renovation of the administrative building. The SINOE.
All right, the man showing naming the success of Teahjay right now. Again, they gave the man $2 million plus, almost $3 million United States dollars. The man said he renovated. Whereas the people say we want 72 or 74 brand new projects. They said the man renovated. Okay, that renovated one project. That one thing he did, that the success of Teahjay that Hugh Bladee telling us now, one. Listen.
Multilateral high school.
Okay. He renovated multilateral high school. Okay. Why else?
The Dominic Bean City Hall.
Okay. That's 2, right? Or 2 or 3, right? Dominic renovated. That renovation, you're not building nothing new. Those projects, those buildings are already there, and they're only renovating it, refurbishing the building.
And so many buildings.
Okay. You see? He called 3 and he said so many buildings. That's what they do. Nothing else you could name. That's why he said there's so many buildings. Nothing else. For the almost 6 years Teahjay was superintendent, only 3 buildings he renovated. That's why Hugh Bladee wants the man to be represented. And they gave the money to build the roads and everything else. And the reporters, the auditors are saying some buildings were inaccessible because of bad road conditions. Okay? Even though they gave Teahjay money to build the roads. But Hugh Bladee said, you know what? The man renovated Dominant Building. He renovated Madolaro High School and many other. He can name the many others to us. And he will not show up pictures of what he's saying. A bunch of lies. The guys are liars. Because Teahjay has trained them to lie. That all Teahjay taught them to do, to lie.
That's the SINOE County we wanted.
The SINOE County they wanted just to renovate 3 buildings. Okay? That is SINOE County Hugh Bladee wanted. That's it. Nothing more. That's it. Once you renovate 3 buildings that the county the man wanted, he told us from the beginning on Grisby, we have unity in the county. All the people were working together unanimously, harmoniously. Development was going on. But on Teahjay, he renovated 3 buildings. That's what they wanted. I just quoted the mail. I'm making nothing new.
There were issues between Senator Teahjay and the late Mobutu Yimpa. But
hold on a second. Hold on a second. Issues? Okay. The man told us on a Teahjay predecessor, no confusion were in the county. The man come and start with issues now. Okay. Listen, issues starting now on the watch of Teahjay. Issues coming. Now listen to Hugh Bladee.
They were very responsible in handling their issues. They were responsible.
All right, the men spoke tactically, right? They were responsible handling the issues. What are the issues? No, he will not tell us. It's Teahjay confusion. Under the watch of Gillespie, the people, the content was cohesive. But under the Teahjay, issues came, man. The issue is confusion, tribalism. But Hugh Bladee will not tell us, and I will tell you. The confusion started on the Teahjay watch.
When Senator Teahjay left the scene, we had Honorable Romeo Kuya, who also performed a responsibility.
Okay, what happened when Romeo Kuya was there? Romeo Kuya was the existing superintendent of Teahjay. Okay, when Teahjay left for Teahjay for his deputy to be the superintendent, Teahjay said, "No, I don't want a man." Okay, because he knows the chopping in the county. When Romeo gets there, the chopping that they had before, he said, "No, I will not put Milton on that man, Romeo Kuya over there." So you get chopped all the money, you know. So I want one of my men to go there. So all of Gillespie all were fine. When Teahjay came, the problem started coming. He told her the issue started with Mabutu. The next thing is Romeo Kuya. Y'all listen. That the men that are supporting Teahjay, they can kind of expose themselves.
Later on, we had Honorable Prosper Brown. He was one of the best SINOE had.
Okay, he went to the next one now. After Kuya, Prosper Brown. He pressing the man now. He did not say Teahjay was the best. He said Prosper Brown was one of the best. And I agree with you on that. When Teahjay was the superintendent, Hugh Bladee did not tell us that Teahjay was the best or one of the best. He said Prosper Brown. But guess what? Teahjay also opposed one of the best in the county. Teahjay never wanted him. I don't know what you would tell, but listen to Hugh Bladee. Don't listen.
Without fear or favor to anybody. He was one of the best. When Prosper Brown left the scene, and this man called Lee Nangwechi.
All right, now he left Prosper Brown now. He coming Lee Nangwechi now. So the confusion started from Teahjay. Gillespie, everything was fine. When Teahjay came, the confusion started. Romeo got there. Teahjay said, "No, I don't want Romeo." One of the best came. Prosper Brown came. Teahjay said, "No, I don't want one of the best. I want one of the evil men." All right? He doesn't want best. Oh, the people of SINOE County. Well, how the people that think us are down? We get a long way to go. But I will free people. I will free SINOE County from the kind of people, the bad thinkers.
He was nominated by His Excellency Dr. George Manuia. Nobody questioned the appointment of the president. But it's also good to register that the appointment of Lee Nangwechi, it was a serious mistake.
All right, he coming after Lee Nangwechi. Now you know why? It's because Teahjay does not like Lee Nangwechi. And Hugh Bladee is being supported by Teahjay. When he's hungry in Rwanda, that Teahjay can send him some money. And Teahjay doesn't want Lee Nangwechi to be. Remember, he told us when Gillespie was there, no problem was in the county. After Gillespie left, that's when we started having. When Teahjay became superintendent, that's when the confusion started. So he gave her the history. When Romeo came, Teahjay attacked Romeo. When Prosper Brown came, one of the best, Teahjay attacked him. Lee Nangwechi is there now. Hugh Bladee and Teahjay, they are attacking Lee Nangwechi. It is honor. When Teahjay came, that's when the conflict started in the county. The man himself is giving the record of endorsement. It's not me. I am only putting it. Maybe you don't get it when they're talking. So my job is to explain it to you so you can understand it.
Because he's the worst superintendent in the history of SINOE.
All right. Because Chia is the worst now. Was Lee Nangwechi declared guilty for corruption? Has there been any corruption allegation against Chia? No. Nobody has audited the administration of Lee Nangwechi and say he did XYZ something wrong. No. Has Lee Nangwechi polarized the people in the county? No. Lee is making sure that the people of SINOE County remain united. The superintendent reported the other day, they got money in the account for projects. And the reason why they have not undertaken project right now is because Teahjay refused to confirm this guy right here, Alvin Wilson, because they need a fiscal superintendent in order for the project to get on the way. So Hugh Bladee is telling our lead number two is one of the horrible men. What has he done? The only reason he is horrible is because lead number two is not bending down to Teahjay. Anytime you don't bend down to Teahjay, you are horrible. When you bend down to Teahjay, you are the good person. So lead number two has done nothing wrong, all right, for which he has been castigated and attacked by this guy who doesn't think. The guy who wants everything for Kamuta and Palava Huts. And that's why he's supporting Teahjay.
When Lee came, the young people saw him as a young man who will bring all the leaders together. Debunking, Teahjay, Zarzar, Senator Teahjay. And of course, we have something we are, my friend and brother. But when Lee came, he instituted
all the leaders he named. Lee is in good relationship with other than the Debunking, the Zarzar, the Teahjay, all the other local leaders. The only person that has problem, that Lee doesn't have problem is Teahjay that has problem with him. Teahjay won during the middle of the virus in the county. Instead of consoling the people and giving some ideas how to be safe when the COVID-19 started, the man went there and got on his Radio Kigali. So on the money he installed, Teahjay won Radio Kigali. They call it Liberty radio station, but it's called Radio Kigali. And he is in Kigali. You know what Radio Kigali did in Rwanda. And so the Radio Kigali, Teahjay got on it and start to preach tribalism and start to indict lead number two. When Prosper Brown left, even though Teahjay said you never wanted Prosper Brown is a horrible man. When he said later on, he turned around and he said Prosper Brown left $100,000 in the account, and Teahjay ate the money, but Teahjay cannot show no any evidence, nothing. He's just talking, and that's the same nonsense that Hugh Bladee is supporting now. He against lead number two.
The divide and rule method. Some of us.
Hold on. Did he use that expression divide and rule? Who is using that? Oh, the last time I checked is Teahjay. The Teahjay, man, I'll show you the record just now. When you are campaigning against the single district so the people can get a job. It's divide and conquer. Every section in a play with us, even a Tayo where he's from, they went after 46 persons to take them from payroll. How do you call that? You want to divide the people and conquer them. Why he went to Kamuta and Gonta and said all the various sections to leave SINOE, they should leave Dwasa. Is that divide and conquer he preaching? So all you are doing is exposing your man Teahjay. That's what Hugh Bladee is doing here. It was Teahjay that went over there to delegate his Palava Hall in your town, for which you are praising him right now. He stood in the hall over there and said, oh, since the people are the single and the Wakaba, they are being confronting the officials, the people of Dwasa should tell the single people, the Kabade people, and all the other people to leave Dwasa. How do you call that, Hugh Bladee? It's divide and conquer. That's why you guys are on. And I'm here to expose you guys. You will not lie. The days of you guys lying is over. When you lie, I will come here and tell the people the truth.
Who are founding fathers of the CDC and still remain seditionists without fear or favor. Some of us,
if you listen, he did not tell why Lee number 2 did wrong. Nothing. He hasn't told anything why he did wrong. Why he said the man is horrible. He did not say anything negative about him. He just said the man horrible. What did he do? Did he steal the people money? Did he put the tribes together or the sections together against each other? No. He did not pit anybody against each other. So what is the brother talking about? He went on and on and Dunking Pie. You were cussing the man yesterday as you look at the other guy. The man was drunk, I think, when he came yesterday. Because everything we're talking, Duncan is one of the guys in the county that are doing a lot of things in the county. Building school, he carries school buses the other day over there. Teahjay went and took, the only thing he did, I can remember one time, he took one old Mandingo bus, they whitewash it, they painted that thing, they say he donated bus to the hospital in Greenville. The same month that thing broke down, he can't work. But straight on Donkey carry school bus, I think about 3 or 4 the other time to the county. He got schools all over the place, built stuff in Buta, all over the place. When the man want to build stuff in Teahjay, Teahjay said, no, don't come here, don't build anything here. So you can't demonize people when we are here to tell the people the truth. You guys are the ones that causing problems. You just told us there was no conflict in the county until Teahjay came. When Grace was there, everything was calm, everything was peaceful, all the people working together until your hero came. You expose yourself. Yes. And so people are SINOE counting. That is why you have to come to voice of SINOE. So we can expose the people that would demonize the good people in the county. Back in the day, Charles Taylor, Charles Taylor Day in Liberia, we never had this internet. So Charles Taylor spokesman Teahjay will get on radio and say all sort of lies. And nowhere for us to debunk that lie. So now things are changed. And so when Teahjay take the people car, we'll tell the people. When Teahjay sponsor red bill, we'll tell the people. When Teahjay supporting Charles Taylor, we'll tell the people. When Teahjay chanting to a rain, we'll tell the people. When Teahjay buy all machine for us, we'll tell the people. When Teahjay oppose district in the county for people to get job, we'll tell the people. When Teahjay declare guilty, we'll tell the people. When Teahjay sponsor bill to not get people job or to take people land, we'll tell the people. When Teahjay take into court, we'll tell the people. When Teahjay declare guilty, we'll tell you. When Teahjay refuse to sign for people to get job, we'll tell you. When Teahjay abandon 74 project, we'll tell you. When Teahjay ran letter for 46 person to be removed from payroll, we'll tell you. When Teahjay left our account naked 27,000 United States dollars, we'll tell you. When Teahjay was supposed to go to jail for 5 years, he did not go to jail, we'll tell you. When Teahjay put hole in the wall, here mobile model will tell mobile whatever it needs, Joe Mobile actually will tell you. When Hugh Bladee told us that Teahjay bringing 500 solar panel and sent 2019 and people that have not seen it will tell you. When Teahjay want Othello Kojo to be superintendent or fiscal superintendent for which he's fighting, Alvin Whistle will tell you. When Teahjay want the man who boss people out to be the representative for electoral district number 3 will tell you. So people of SINOE County, the days of Teahjay are over. We are here to tell you the truth. The remnant of Teahjay, like the likes of Hugh Bladee, the man were asking, what has Zarzar done? I said, what kind of man is this? Zarzar is the mayor of SINOE County. One, you were asking, what has Zarzar done? Zarzar has not done anything in the county. I said, you see, right, brother? What Zarzar has done, Hugh Bladee bossman will tell us. Me, I will start with that first. Let Hugh Bladee bossman tell us what Zarzar has done. Let's Teahjay, ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege at this point to invite Teahjay, Milton Teahjay, to tell us what Zarzar has done in SINOE County. The number one thing.
Representative from constituency number 3 in SINOE, Honorable Zarzar. Before Zarzar became a representative, there was no high school outside of Greenville. And through his work, we have a high school in Zarzar.
Am I hearing those?
And I want to thank him for such a brilliant piece of work in our county.
Okay. I didn't say that Teahjay bought, Hugh Bladee bossman saying it. Hugh Bladee was telling me Zarzar has not done anything in SINOE County. Nothing. He can't point at anything. The same Teahjay was already around that Zarzar does not have a house. The same man is telling us what Zarzar did. All right? So I don't have to tell you this thing. If I ask Teahjay, what have you done? Let ask Teahjay. I will invite Teahjay again, ladies and gentlemen, so Teahjay can tell us what he has done for 8 years in the Liberian Senate. Teahjay, where are you? Come.
No nominee in the entire Republic of Liberia tell you that I have shown my 5 fingers to some of the poor father in my head. No. They will be so disappointed to come to my point. So I have a kind of tradition in my office. I was chairman, which I intend to continue. And that tradition is when I'm confronting people, I tell them the truth. You are the ones who are giving you this job. But if we don't confirm you, you will not be. Okay. I also have young people behind me that need to work. So by God's grace, if we succeed in confirming you, because the head of 1 or 2 needs. When I put the agree, they confirm, they please take a move for me. Let me be a PR officer in the agency. That's the right number I get it. Alright. I get that.
All right. So the Hugh Bladee giant talking. He told us Zarzar built the first high school outside of Greenville. All right. Now what he told us. And then he came, he said, what I've been doing is when I confronting people, I got a kind of tradition in my office. And that tradition is to blackmail people. The tradition is in which he said I was, right, when I was a chairman. Because of the corruption, the people were moving from that committee. So that's why he said when I was a chairman, which I plan to continue. And the people took him from there because of that corruption. So he said, I have a tradition in my office. When I confront people, I tell them, we are the one confirming you. We are the one giving you the job. Because if we don't confirm you, you're not getting the job. So before I get you the job, you got to hire Hugh Bladee for me. You had to hire Carlos Martin Norris. You had to hire Master Tule. You had to hire Colinas. You had to hire all my stooges before I can confirm you. And that corruption part, I get it. That's what he said. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have debunked Hugh Bladee lies. Hugh Bladee said, what Zarzar has done, right? Let me give you a little bit while I'm running out of time here. Let me give you a little bit of Zarzar. Little bit. Right now in Campbelltown, Hugh Bladee can call from Rwanda right now to talk to the people because of Zarzar, because of what Zarzar did. Zarzar wanted telecommunication for our people in that bell. When he got there, no access to telecommunication service. So he said, no, this is not right. The people need access to telecommunication. And so he wrote Lone Star. He wrote a letter on the screen there for you. Okay? He wrote a letter on the screen for you that I'm showing you over there. I want to show you something here. I want to read the content so you can hear what it says. I want to read that communication. Boom, right here. Because it is small for me, but I want to read it. Where it says. When Zarzar wrote this, when he sent it. He wrote this September when he became first representative, right? When he first became representative. 2012, he wrote this. Immediately when you were elected. The operation manager, Lone Star Cell, GSM, Congo Town, Republic of Liberia. Dear Mr. Manager, I write to present my compliments and wish to invite you to a conference at my office, located on the ground floor of the Capitol building, room number 37 on Wednesday, September 19, 2012 at 2 p.m. The meeting is predicated upon the desire of the citizens in Electoral District Number 3, San Quentin, Teahjay 1, Dwason Statutory Districts, SINOE County, to have your services extended in the district. Your presence at this meeting is highly solicited. Best regards, sincerely yours, Matthew G. Zarzar, Representative, District Number 3, SINOE County. That's the communication Zarzar sent, right? As a result of that communication, today we have the towers in Hugh Bladee town. That what the signal is stronger when you're in Campbelltown, the signal is stronger. They constructed this tower in Campbelltown. And that's why Hugh Bladee now can talk to the people. When he say, oh, Zarzar is not doing anything. He been there for 250 years and he has not done anything. Okay, I just gave you one, right? Teahjay just told Zarzar built the first high school outside of Greenville. Yes, Zarzar inspecting one of the projects. Okay. That's something the man been doing. You want to see another view of the structure? Right here. We show you the evidence. We show you the evidence. Teahjay built Radio Kigali in SINOE and said nobody should go there to talk besides his supporters. And so Johnson Community Radio, it was started by the late Mobutu. And Zarzar believes in teamwork. So Zarzar said, okay, send the minister started in, the senator started, but then he was a senator. And so what I will do then, I will help you to complete it. And so here's the communication from a guy who is not a supporter of Zarzar, Teahjay, and a Kolo supporter, Oboti Baba. He wrote there and published on Facebook. Hello, my people. I'm from different camp, but sent to SINOE County through the office of Honorable Zarzar, representing electoral district number 3, SINOE County, to complete the Johnson Community Radio Station. Am I wrong to do such? So the guys themselves, the opposition, they are proving. Teahjay himself told us Zarzar built the first high school. And his supporters are telling us more about Zarzar. But Hugh Bladee will get on Facebook and talk Nyama. Yes. This is Zarzar right here giving students scholarship. Yes, that's what we need. We don't need Palava Hut. Teahjay built Palava Hut in Hugh Bladee town. And he said a good thing. And the man is giving students scholarship because he wants the children to be empowered. Back then, Zarzar built this. The people of Pinetown, they said they need a town hall. He built a contemporary town hall over there. He built it. It's still there. Yes, Zarzar again giving more students scholarship. I can go on, so I just gave you some examples of the job of Honorable Zarzar, the best lawmaker in SINOE County. The man who is coming to replace Teahjay. Teahjay ran campaign for Zarzar. He told Zarzar, I mean, guys, don't take it from me, man. Just take it from Teahjay before I go. Teahjay, what does Zarzar do?
Representative from constituency number 3 in SINOE, Honorable Zarzar. Before Zarzar became a representative, there was no high school outside of Greenville. And through his work, we have a high school in Zarzar.
Am I hearing those?
And I want to thank him for such a brilliant piece of work in our county.
All right, so Teahjay just told us the brilliant piece of job that Zarzar did in SINOE County. All right, that is the superlative legacy of Honorable Matthew Zarzar in summary. I can go on and on. And these are some of the reasons why I think he should replace Teahjay. Hugh Bladee only told Teahjay run the VITA demonstration and the dominant building for over 6 years as superintendent. And in the Senate, he want to build one Palava Hut in Camotown. And that's what Hugh Bladee running campaign for him. All right? And the man giving scholarship and doing a lot for our people. Let me see some of your comments here before I let you go. So I'm here to debunk the lies of those guys. That man don't know what he's saying. I don't know what other person saying. I'm following you from the county capital, Greenville City. You're always cutting people off when your uncle's name is mentioned. You have nothing positive to say. Well, that's your view, man. I'm not here to entertain things that don't make sense. Yes, if you think you get Facebook, you can go and tell your own. When you say your own account, I say my own. How do we know that Milton was involved? Show him the video. I did. I show everything. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the voice of the people. Dr. Sarpo, the esoteric, who was here to free the people of SINOE County for themselves. The likes of Hugh Bladee, who is doing master's degree in Rwanda, but he's celebrating Palava Hut in his town. It's a disgrace to your intelligence for Teahjay to build Palava Hut for your people and you're happy. While you are doing master's degree, do you have to run out of the country? They have to send you out of Liberia to go do masters? Those things you are bearing inside your county. How do a corrupt leader, Milton Teahjay, utilize the money to build community colleges and universities all over the place? They gave him millions of dollars, almost $2 billion inside to revitalize our economy. And the man ate the money. And now you're going to Kigali. The other day, Zarzar went there. When Zarzar went to Kigali, John, we are sent Zarzar to Kigali. They didn't send Teahjay. Why? Because Teahjay doesn't know anything. The only thing that Teahjay knows is to cuss people out and build lies around. So John, we want people with expertise, like Zarzar, with experience, that know stuff. The man is a final expert. He knows how to run a government. Teahjay only knows how to cost. So Zarzar saying that. When Zarzar want to Kigali already, and you bleeding rent to him, let me get a little thing. Zarzar gave him $500. He said, man, just get a little thing so he can buy water for you. The man on Facebook and talking nonsense. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's how we'll do it for the day. I want to say thank you for following Voice of Channel. Please send me some of that evidence. Okay, I will send you the evidence. I will share with you. Anybody who wants the evidence, let me know. I will share everything. I can go on all day today, but you know I got a little. The Hugh Bladee say, I live in with the old man, so I gotta go get my children. So the old man get TV. The man said, the man taking care of old man. I said, damn, they just enjoy lying. They just enjoy that. But for me, I'm here to tell you the truth. Hugh Bladee saying you can debate me. You believe myself, special where you were. That man would be, you were running away, you were yelling. I said, look at the guy. I will listen to you, your own words. I will tell the people what they don't hear in it. I will tell them. You can't put you by saying I ran out of debate on it. You embarrass yourself, brother. Come in the philosophical ducks and you put the esoteric. The critical thinker, the man that was endorsed by the ancestors, Osano County, the elders. And go over there, you sit there yelling all day yesterday. No evidence. I say, well, that guy is so. I was just laughing, asking some basic. It made bossy people eyes or put it in there. All right, man. This is how I'll do it for the day. Thank you so much. That being said, you believe it's Saglinde. All right, guys, that's how we'll do it. Thanks for watching Voice of Channel, and we will talk to you again another time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a super califragilistic espialidocious day.